What's up, my family? Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that follow. Opening day talk.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they did it! They did it!
Left, feet left.
What the hell was that?
Oh, yeah!
What the fuck are you talking about?
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Welcome in, everybody. This is A2D Wednesday nights, only on A2D Radio. We are brought to you by the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. We know many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We are happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call 856-651-8117. Tom, Ralphie, Ryan, Tori, Frank, Greg will be with us in a few. The family out there join us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll get to the main topic in a second. Sixers lose back-to-back. We have altitude gate last night. We'll dissect into that a little bit. We'll have a little bit of conversation that, yes, people at A2D Radio realize that altitude is a real goddamn thing. But altitude has nothing to do with your lack of production since the All-Star break. Altitude has zero to do with you not attempting a 12-foot jumper. Altitude has zero to do with straight face, you having 2 rebounds in 26 minutes. So take the altitude and shove it up your Denver ass, okay? Shove it up your ass. Eagles NFL draft options now at 12. We'll talk about that. We'll have some questions there. And obviously Pitts and Chase had great pro days, per se. So does that upset people? Does that make people like, what are we doing? We'll talk about the Eagles draft options at 12 now. And did they stay at 12? We'll discuss that a little bit too. Listen, it is baseball season. It is opening day. You smell the smell of the ballpark. The smell of the ballpark, there is nothing better than the smell of the ballpark. We'll do our NL East and MLB predictions, and it will all tie into our main topic at hand, which is the Phillies 2021 preview. We'll talk 2 or 3 players that need to step up. We'll have a sleeper that's going to have a big year for the Phillies, and how the hell do the Phillies find a way into the postseason for the first time in a decade? And that's going to tie into our poll question, which is brought to you by bodycheckwellness.com. You can use promo code A2D, 20% off. That's bodycheckwellness.com, promo code A2D, 20% off. Bodycheck Wellness is a line of products that promotes wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Find them right below, bodycheckwellness.com, promo code A2D, 20% off. Our poll question is the Phillies will make it to the postseason for the first time in a decade. Do you agree or disagree? You can let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Please like, please subscribe, please follow, please join the conversation tonight. Did the Phillies finally get back to the postseason? So our poll, again, the Phillies will make it to the postseason for the first time in a decade. Agree or disagree? Listen, this is going to be an uphill battle, okay? Because there's unknowns. There's unknowns. What is this bullpen? Hector Neris, obviously, it was announced today, will be the closer. So we know that going into the year. Archie Bradley used more of a setup guy. Vince Velasquez in the pen. So there's question marks there still. There's question marks. Our pen is better, but there's question marks. There's question marks with Reese Hoskins. There's question marks. Is Andrew McCutchen still have stuff left in the tank? So there's still question marks with this baseball team. There's question marks with starters 3, 4, and 5, right? Like there is mostly around baseball. What Zach Eflin do we get? Does he take another step, right? So there's a lot of unknowns still with the Phillies. The one known is we expect them to hit the baseball. So I'm going to be Homer Tom, and I'm going to agree that they're going to find a way to shock people because as of right now, nobody has them winning this division, and nobody has them as a postseason team. I mean, Vegas is telling you they barely got them as a 500 baseball team, which I just can't buy into. I cannot. I gotta believe that this team will go all in, and even at the trade deadline, to make sure they're in the postseason this year. So as long as things go our way health-wise, I'm going to absolutely agree. I'm excited. But a lot is going to come down to agreeing in this poll is Bryce Harper has to have an MVP caliber season. There's no in between. There's no 30 home runs, like 98 RBIs. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. I love Bryce Harper, okay? I love that he's Philly now. But I'm going to be all over that ass, okay? If that dude is not a top 5 MVP, as a top 5 MVP candidate, I'm going to be up in his ass because he has to carry us. He has to, right? He's a veteran now. He's in the prime years of his career. These are the years we are paying him for, okay? So we need him. But we also need the guys around him. And I think we're going to hit, but it comes down to, how do we figure out, how do we get 27 outs a game, right? How do we do it? Like, we know we trust our top 2 starters, but after that, how do we piecemeal it together? I mean, I can't tell you how many games we had leads in last year where the bullpen came in, and we're up 5-1, and the next thing you know, we're down 7-5. I mean, numerous times to the level of, like, it was insane. You almost expected it. It was a trend. Like, oh, Philly's got a lead. That's going to be over real quick, right? So once that became a trend, it's like almost like hitting's contagious. Not getting outs is contagious too. So hopefully Jose Alvarado is a big upgrade in this bullpen. Archie Bradley is a big upgrade in this bullpen. But listen, the hardest 3 outs in baseball are your last 3, boys and ladies. Okay, it's your last 3. And can Hector Neris' splitter be good enough? Can it be good enough? Could if a splitter, if everybody is spitting on the splitter, all right, and they're spitting on it, then this is going to be a long season. It's going to be a long season. This dude needs to walk. This dude needs to have 35, 40 saves, okay, for us to get to where we want to. So I'm going to agree, even though there's question marks, because really there's question marks with every baseball team outside of like the fucking Dodgers, right? Like, Dodgers and maybe like 1 or 2 other teams don't have question marks, but everybody else, there's going to be question marks. So I'm excited. I'm jacked up. I think for the first time in a decade, the Phillies are going to go back to the postseason. So let's talk it into existence, fam. You let us know. Let us know on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch what you think about it. But I'm going to agree. For the first time in a decade, the Phillies are going back to the postseason. 81 wins over under. It better be over. 81 wins is unacceptable. Absolutely fucking unacceptable. I'll fire everybody. If this team wins 81 games. Come on. We brought JT Realmuto back, right? Not to win 81 games. Okay? This lineup doesn't dictate an 81-win team. And I believe Dave Dombrowski will make the proper moves, like we talked about Daryl Morey, right, ad nauseum for weeks and weeks and weeks, that he would do the necessary moves that he felt to get us over the hump. And I even think more so Dombrowski than Daryl Morey, because he has a big-time track record of doing it. But the other thing is he didn't come here just to sit around and watch baseball, right? He's waiting for the Nashville team to start. So he has like 4 years of just doing nothing. So get us to a chip, Dave. All right, Dave's known to get teams to championships. Dave Dombrowski's MO, sell the farm, get to a fucking chip. We'll all take it. Let's go. Ring the bell 1 million times this goddamn summer. Ring the bell 1 million times offensively. Hopefully.
You really sell yourself in this shit.
I do. I
don't know how.
I still don't know how I'm selling myself into this. Nick Foles, shut the hell up. We're not trading for Trevor Story. All right. Because what are we going to do? We're going to get rid of Didi. Like, I'd rather have Didi than give up 1 million freaking. I don't care about prospects, but I'd rather have Didi than Trevor Story right now. Not that I don't love Trevor Story, but it's just like, I'm good. I'm good there. Like, we don't need offense. Okay, guys? Everybody's going to comment in tonight. If you bring up an offensive name, I might block you for 5 minutes. Okay? If anything this team's going to need more of, it's going to be these. All right? All right? We're going to need a lot of arms. A lot of arms if they're not getting it done. Chrome, I know he's a pimp, but we don't need more offense for the Phillies. That's not going to be our Achilles heel. Our Achilles heel is how the hell do you get 27 outs? So, family out there joining in, let us know. The panel will let you know as well. The Phillies will make it to the postseason for the first time in a decade. Agree or disagree? I'm gonna go ladies first. Okay, ladies first, and then we're gonna go. Frank's geared up right now. I mean, Frank is flat out fucking geared up. I love it. So tour, Frank, and we'll go up the rye and we'll circle the board. Sorry, Noah. That's what happens when you come in late, babe. Love you, brother. Good to have you. Good to have you.
Hey, good to be here.
Hair looks good. You get a little freshy.
Yo, I got my popcorn ready.
Jesus God.
Let's go. 90 wins.
What kind of popcorn is it?
90 wins. Mark it down. Let's roll.
The question was, what kind of popcorn, Noah?
What kind of popcorn was it? I never heard of 90 wins popcorn. Is that a special
I
kind
don't
by
know.
Orville
Shit that I
Redenbacher?
throw in the
they don't sell it
microwave
in
and
Philly.
2 minutes later, it's done.
Oh, wonderful.
They don't sell that around here.
Ouch.
Okay?
All right, no, shut up until it's your turn. Go ahead, Tor.
So I was like on the fence with it, and the more I heard you talking yourself into this, the more it talked me out of it. Yeah. So the more like confident you got, I was like, okay, we all have question marks. Okay, but we all don't have we have more question marks on our team than answers, I want to say. I'm confident in Bryce. I'm confident in JT, Didi. Like I'm not sold on Aaron Nola like most of the world. So don't look at me like that.
Why? No, but like why?
I just don't think he's lived up to. I think he's overrated. I've said that before. I think he's kind of overrated. I don't think he gives us his all. I mean, I want to have my mind changed. I would love that. I like Wheeler better than Nola, to be honest. And I'm not thinking of stats. I'm thinking of just like the way I see them play.
Really?
Yeah.
The only thing that's concerning is you said you go back for a second. Let's go back to the future. Frank made a clothing swap here, which I love.
We got fucking Chrome over here.
But yeah, go back to what you said, because you said something about like unsure if he's like almost into it, right? Like that wasn't the exact wording, but like if he cares. Like I'll say one thing from me.
Yeah, like he doesn't look like he gives too much of a fuck.
Listen, you don't pitch Friday nights at LSU if you ain't a
maybe
pitcher.
That's a pitcher's personality, because a lot of pitchers are like that.
He is just an even keel guy, though. Like, to where I've met him, and I'm not like, I'm like, oh, I know Aaron Nola like that. No, like I've met him in like the facility.
I saw Joe Flacco in the hallway, so like we know each other.
I'm just saying he's a really down to earth guy who like isn't like Uncle Energy and effort per se, right? So I wouldn't look at his
no energy.
It's almost like Cole Hamels. Like he's like Cole Hamels a lot in a way, like where he's just an even keel demeanor guy. Like you got guys like Trevor Bauer that are gonna freak out on the mound, right? And you got guys like that, and then you got even keel guys. So listen, has Nola been perfect? No, you're right. Has he at times let us down and not been the ace we've expected? Sure, but overall his body of work is extremely good, and I think this is his year, Tour. Like I think this is the year that he really puts it all together. Because remember, he's getting older in terms of being a pro.
Yeah, I'm not 100% against him. So, like, if he can turn around the season, yeah, like, great. But I just feel like everyone's way more hyped up on him. Like, I'm not sold on, oh, we got a number one pitcher. Like, we have maybe like a solid 1 and 2. But after that, and then the bullpen, we just have to see what they do. Because last year, like you said, was atrocious. It was first or second worst in history. Yeah. Like not even in Philly. So I don't like to sell myself up too high and then get let down. So I'm preparing to possibly get a wild card spot, and I'm prepared to possibly not see October again. And I always think, just like being a Philly fan too, like, and not to put this out into the universe, but like, God forbid, like the two people I'm sold on, JT and Bryce, God forbid there be like a season-ending injury. Will we not be done for the year? Like, if one of them go down, we're done for the year, right?
Yeah, you can probably say that for the Mets too. You can say that for the Braves. Like if Acuna goes down, they're in trouble. If Lindor goes down, they're not the same team. So I agree with you. I mean, that's part of it. Yeah. Like the whole basis of this poll is if healthy, right? If healthy, will they get over this drought? I don't disagree.
It's so hard to me to think of our team being healthy for a full year. Any team.
No, I agree.
PTSD.
Let me give a shout out to my man Patrick Bernard, Devereaux Sports. Go check him out. It's my guy over there. They do a hell of a job. Pat's the man. Pat, I'm going to win that fucking bracket, baby. I'll tell you that much. Well, you better put another post out. We want more. Who's up next? Who are we taking down next? Who's A2D taking down next in the bracket? We're like freaking UCLA right now. We're like the 11th seed. The 11th seed is upsetting everybody. Let's go. Who do we want? Who do we want to take down? Like, I guess who's the big fish in Philly that we got to take down? I don't know.
Media wise?
Yeah, like it would be the big fish. It's so saturated.
Yeah, I was going to say, are there any left?
No.
WIP?
No. Nice. You disagree, Tor.
Yeah. I have to, because if I'm too confident, though, also when I'm confident about things, they don't come true. So me being not confident is kind of a good thing for everybody else.
True. Well done. I like that out of you. Smart call.
I'm doing it for the people.
So I agree to the poll. Tori disagrees to the poll. Frank made a clothing change. So let's see what Frank thinks about the poll.
As of right now, I currently disagree to the poll. While I do, going back to the question about the Phillies being over under 81 wins, I do have them with the over. I have them at a modest 84 wins. I mean, I'm not fully confident in this team. Yes, we did sign JT. Yes, we re-signed Didi, but I don't think we did enough to the pitching. Yes, I love the signings of Archie Bradley. I love that we acquired Jose Alvarado, but I just still think we need one more starter, and I have some faith in Dave Dombrowski. Yes, I know Sam Folt's the general manager, but we all know Dombrowski's making all the moves. So I think if Dombrowski makes one move around the deadline, maybe a couple big splashes, I could see us be a playoff team. But with the rest of the division, I see this as the division of death. I mean, everybody's going to be at it. It's going to be a very close race. You can see the Phillies lead the division at some point, maybe several games. Maybe Atlanta will take the division. Washington, the Mets, definitely not Miami, but four of those five teams in that division have a pretty good shot at making the playoffs and get a wild card spot, or maybe two or both wild card spots. So right now, I disagree to the poll, but if Dombrowski makes one or two significant moves, I could see us in the playoffs.
No, listen, Frank, Tori, everything you guys said is totally fair. It's spot on. The only thing I'll say is I know a lot of people are commenting in on the bullpen, right? I mean, this bullpen is extremely upgraded, guys. I mean, Brandon Kinsler's a pro. Jose Alvarado is a pro. Archie Bradley's a pro. Vince Velasquez is where he should be. David Hale's a pro. Connor Brogdon actually was one of the arms out of our bullpen last year in September that actually pitched half decent. So he's the only guy who get out last year. So this bullpen is so much better. It really is. Now, is there question marks with 3, 4, 5? A little bit. I still think Zach Eflin's going to have a good year, so I'm not as worried about him. But it's Matt Moore and Chase Anderson. But again, they're two pros though. Like, they're not great, but at least they're two pros that finish off your 4 and 5. But the Tori's point and the Franks, like, listen, this is going to go as Aaron Nola and Zack Wheeler go, okay? And it's going to go how do we set up 7, 8, and 9, right? Because the last 9 outs, talking about the last 3 are the hardest, but then the last 9 outs are extremely hard, right? But now you have the ability to throw Alvarado, Archie Bradley, and Hector Neris. I got to believe that we feel a lot more confident in that than what we were rolling out last year.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely have more confidence in the bullpen, but as you said, 3, 4, 5 is still question marks.
I'm also not sold on Neris. Like,
right.
How much has he let us down?
No, of course. I'm not sold on Hector Neris either at all. I mean, if they're like I said, if they're spitting on his splitter, we're in trouble. But the fact of the matter is, Brandon Kinsler has closed before. Archie Bradley has closed before. And deep down, I will sit on this hill all day. Vince Velasquez is built to be a closer in this league. He has closer stuff. All right. When you come in and throw 98 in the 9th, that's where you want it. Let it air it out, babe. Air it out. And I wouldn't be surprised is if Neris struggles or Kinsler struggles or Archie struggles in that spot. I wouldn't be surprised if Vince Velasquez gets to roll in the back end of this bullpen at some point. That's just common sense. I don't know if they'll ever do it. That's just common sense.
We've been waiting for how long, Tom? We've been asking for them to do it. So, for me, when it comes down to the poll, I'm going to do something I haven't done in 3 years. I'm actually going to agree to the poll, and I actually believe the Phillies are going to make the playoffs. Now, I think they do that via wild card, because to say that And granted, a big part of my reasoning is that I don't think that this roster is anywhere close to being set in stone because, like you talked about, Tom, and as we've talked about Daryl Morey numerous times, Dave Dombrowski didn't come in and just to sit on his hands. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come in to be an Andy McPhail. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't type mentality that we've had the last handful of years. And I would kind of have to assume that unless this team is an absolute disaster early, they're going to be making moves at the deadline, whether that's starting pitching, whether that's bullpen. I agree with you. I don't really think there's anything major or even anything minor you have to do as far as the hitting on this ball club because, like, you look back to last season, right? And I know there's going to be a million comments say, okay, well, that was a small sample size and it was an abbreviated season. But even there, we didn't miss the playoffs because we couldn't hit. I remember Tom? It was like a month ago, we were talking on, I think it was on A2D Friday nights, and we were kind of talking about that season, and we were saying, well, going into the 6th, 7th inning, we would have 3-4 run leads every time. You know what I'm saying? We were putting up 5, 6, 7, 8, sometimes 9, 10 points a game, but somehow we were losing 11-10, 9-7, 8-6, and that's because of this pitching in the bullpen. And even then, we were still within a game or two of making the playoffs last year. So I look at this roster and I think, okay, well, they're not any worse at any positions. If anything, they're better because you have Andrew McCutchen, who is now almost 2 full years out of that injury he had. So where his rehab, job is absolutely done. So we're going to see him at full strength for the first time in a while. You obviously look at Segura, who now he's going to be, everyone's talking about he's in the best shape of his life. I'm not so worried about him, but you also look at, Bryce Harper and JT Realmuto. They both battled with injuries a lot all last year. And like to Tori's point, like I'm not saying that it's a guarantee that there's going to be a full clean of health, clean bill of health. But to me, when you look up and down this lineup, I think they've improved. And then you look at some of the sleepers, and I know we'll talk about later, but, what's Alec Baum going to be? What's Adam Hazley going to be? Some guys like that to where they could take the next jump and be really good accompany pieces to obviously the big name guys. And obviously Rhys Hoskins, if he has anything close to what we saw of him early in his career, that's obviously huge.
It's funny no one's mentioned Rhys Hoskins until just now.
I did.
Did you?
I said, well, I say a lot of things, but it was early on.
Yeah, missed that one.
What Rhys Hoskins are we going to get? Like, are we going to get a consistent Rhys Hoskins? Or are we going to get a guy who's batting 220? Right. So, what Rhys are we getting? Right. Shit. You said something and it was.
Sorry.
God damn it. No, it's okay. About the young players, right? Like, the only thing that is the real positive about that, right, is that when you talk about Hazley and you talk about Alec, right? I mean, they are sprinkled in around a shit ton of veterans. So you talk about McCutchen, Realmuto, Harper, Hoskins, Didi, Gene, right? And then them two. So, they really are sprinkled around in a perfect situation of having a lot of veterans around them where the pressure isn't like solely on them to get us where we want to get to. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you look at those two guys. What we talked about this on Monday when we heard Hazley made the team, and I love Alec Boehm. They're the definitions of consistency. They're contact first guys. They really don't go into slumps. So those two guys to be kind of like I said, accompany type pieces to where they can have really good performances from you, but you don't go into a ball club, into a ball game saying, oh my God, I need Alec Baum to go 3 for 5 or Hazley to have 2 doubles or something ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? To where this team could flat out hit last year. We've gotten better as a ball club offensively. We've gotten a little bit better starting pitching wise. I agree with Tori. I've always had my questions with Aaron Nola, and I will continue to until I see what he does in September. But, we'll obviously cross that bridge when we get there. But the main thing is this. Unless we're a disaster, Dave Dombrowski will make the necessary move when he needs to. I fully believe that, and I think it's going to be refreshing because how many times, July, August, sometimes June, where we sitting here watching the Phillies and we were thinking, well, damn, we were one piece away. Maybe we were rumored to be in a bid for a player that could have really made us a game-changing type of a move and could have made us contenders for a playoff spot or whatever. And this organization was way too conservative. I think that's going to change this year. And I see that ultimately leading to us finally getting the playoffs for the first time since 11.
Well, they're more ready to win now. And then Ralphie, go on 1 second here. The only thing I'm going to disagree with you guys on, and it's a little bit. I think you guys are being like almost too hard on Aaron Nola. If that's fair. Like this team hasn't been built to win. Like plain and simple. Like they haven't been built to win. So I mean, last year, like I said, last year he finished with a 3.28. But I mean, in 2018, he had a great year. I mean, he's been consistent, right? And I think he's getting a little too much heat in a way because like we have not been built to win. Like we haven't. Like there's games where we don't hit for him and he's lights out, right?
That's fair.
Like, and guys are gonna get hit in this. Like he doesn't have he's not gonna jack you up to 99 and throw him by you, right? So he pitches the contact. He's gonna get hit around sometimes. Like I don't put September last year on him. I know a lot of people do. Come on. This was lost months before that, okay? This was lost when you came out of fucking camp with a bullpen of me, you, Frank, Ralphie, Greg, I mean, even Torrey. I mean, there's no women in baseball, right? And even Torrey was in the pen. I mean, that's egregious. So anything that happened last year, I can't even put on it. And remember, he lost in a way. He lost Wheeler for a month. He went without Wheeler for a month.
Oh, yeah, Panskate, yeah.
So, and his wife was due too, right? Remember? So he had
early in the season,
yeah. Right after so he had two different times where he was gone. So I got a lot more confidence in Aaron Nola than most, right? I understand the concerns at times, but the guy's fucking durable, knock on wood, all right? And he's going to pitch you over 200 innings every year. That's what he does. That's what he does. Now, can Aaron Nola be 2018 Aaron Nola where he posted a 2.37, right? And not 2019 Aaron Nola where he was a 3.87, right? That's the difference. Like, can we have the 17-6 Nola that was lights out? And I think the way this team's assembled, we're going to get more of that. But I don't disagree with your guys' concerns at all. You know what I mean? They're obviously there, but I just that guy's too good. That guy's too good. When this team's ready to win like they are now, I think we're going to get the best Aaron Nola. Hopefully. Ralphie, what up, baby?
What up, boys?
Did you change your shirt too?
Ladies and gentlemen. What's up?
Did you change your shirt too?
No.
Where's your LeBron jersey, Ralphie?
It's hanging up somewhere.
Wow.
In the closet.
Is it sprained?
What'd you say?
Sorry, that didn't even make sense. It didn't even make sense, but
that's okay.
I had to.
I agree to the poll. I think we make to the playoffs this year as well. It's going to be nice to actually, see Harper in the playoffs in the red pinstripes for the first time, and it feels like 50,000 years. But I just think it all comes down to, and like you guys were saying earlier, it all comes down to the bullpen, man, right? Because, we have the lineup to hit and consistently score runs, but at the end of the day, is your bullpen good enough to get those final 3 outs for you? And I think as crazy as, you might think as a guy like me that just, pounded the drum that we need bullpen arms. Can't believe I'm going to say it, but I got confidence in this bullpen, the last 3 guys coming out of the pen at the end of the game. So I agree to the poll. We make the playoffs, but how far we go, it all depends on the bullpen.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I don't care how far we go. We can make the playoffs and get knocked right the hell out. I don't care. It's just like the Sixers taking a next step. They got to do the same damn thing. They got to take a next step.
What up, Todd?
What up, Todd? I won't give shout outs.
Fuck you, Todd. He just told me I look shiny.
You do, Tor. It's a good thing.
Well, it's called I'm glowing.
What up, Clinky? Tom Selmate. Flyers got demolished. Yeah.
6-1.
Wonderful.
Done.
That's cute.
Dan, Jay, Tristan, Matt, Dominic, Marky Mark, Chris, Mr. Cool, Bill Middlebrook, Clinky, I already said, Jason Fagan, Red Sand, John Lynch, Nick Foles, Mike. Love all you guys chiming in. Hit that like button.
Yes, Todd, we're live.
Celtics just lost, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck the Celtics.
Sorry, Bill.
Sorry, Billy. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, family, and I will announce last night's winners for the ATD hat and shirt at the end of the show. And if you go on Twitter right now and search A2D Radio, okay, and you go retweet, like, and comment in, you get entered to win an A2D hat that I'm wearing right now. All right. And the way you can enter on YouTube is by a super chat. All right. So all you got to do, it could be freaking 25 cents. Okay. That's how you enter to win. So if you guys want to enter to win, that's how you do it. Done and done. Hello, Greg.
I don't
What's
see it
up,
on here.
everybody? Sorry I'm late. Apologize.
Todd says I'm in Honolulu. Oh, that's cool. Lucky you.
Oh, nice.
You usually see this after the show. No, we're live,
Right.
brother.
Yeah, we're live.
So,
Thanks
Greg,
for chiming in.
Aloha.
Mr. Milakovic, there's the poll question. Where
What's been the breakdown so far? Do we have any disagrees?
Yeah, everybody but me and Ralph.
Okay, nice. I'm going to agree to the poll. I am super stoked
Ryan
for this.
agreed, right? Sorry, right.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry. So
just Tori.
2 disagrees, 3 agrees.
Me and Frank.
So, of course, Hello Darkness disagreed. Frank, I don't know what his reasoning was. So I'm going to agree. I'm super stoked for this season, probably because we got cheated out of last season. Not only the shortened season, but the direct that we had to watch every night.
Might have been a bad thing for us that it was short.
Yeah, it really was after in that sense. Our bullpen can't be that bad again, but they're not, right? I know we always say that, like, they can't be as bad as they are. Thankfully, they're not, right? The guys we have back there can actually pitch, right? I saw a couple of spring training games. The guys look decent in spring training. Now, can they do it in the regular season? The guys that we have can. They've shown it in the past. Guys like Alvarado, guys like Archie Bradley, and then we sprinkle in some young kids. You know, Connor Brogdon. I know Jojo Romero got put down, but he'll be back up there because he's one of the only lefties we have out of that pen. I wish our starting rotation was deeper, but I like the additions of one-year deals for guys like Matt Moore, Chase Anderson, because it makes them hungry. It makes them want to prove that they're still a viable option for teams, whether it's the Phillies long-term or whether it's just another team next year trying to get another contract. And then we all know about the offense. I'm sure it's been already chatted about. I'm fired up about this season. I can't wait for 3 o'clock tomorrow. Just inject me some Bryce Harper hair flips, and I'm ready to go.
Inject.
Same.
Inject talk.
Same.
Inject.
Mr. Ian.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how are you this evening? Get that popcorn ready. 92 wins.
Oh, my God.
92.
Whoa.
Mark it down.
Oh, we marked it down.
Oh, it increased by 2 wins from 20 minutes ago?
Popcorn.
I'm just flowing with
You said
optimism
90,
here.
You said 90. Then 20 minutes later, you went with 92.
95.
By the end of the night, it's 100 wins. We're the best team in baseball.
Yeah, by the end of the show, we're going to be 162-0.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I'll tell you what, look at it this way. Look at last season. Now, I know, relatively speaking, it's a small sample size because we only played 60 games. All right? But we, other than the Dodgers, we held more leads than any other team in the National League last year. So, why didn't we make the postseason last year? That's right, the bullpen. The bullpen was complete, utter trash last year. They weren't just the worst in all of baseball last year. They were the worst in the last 100 years. Okay, so if this bullpen, it already is remarkably better from last year. If they are just half as good, or if they're just a little bit better than what the trash that we ran out there last year, then this team is going to win 92 games. And they're going to win the NL East. I really believe that. I mean,
Wow.
this lineup, they can score runs. And you've alluded to this back in the day with Howard, Tom, about him being a ball club carrier. Well, that's exactly what we need Bryce Harper to do this year. So if he can find a way to hit 35, 40 homers, knock in 120, 130 runs, I think the rest will fall into place. And I really like what they have around him. I think Rhys Hoskins, he'll return to form. I really do. And I like our lineup a lot. And most importantly, this bullpen, you take last year, were the worst in baseball. If this bullpen this year in 2021, if we're even in the middle of the pack, we're winning the division. Hands down.
I will say this, no, I do agree with you. I do agree with one thing. I mean, I think this is the best lineup in the division. And I know it's like really close with us and the Braves, right? Like it's really like neck and neck, okay? Yep. But it's going to come down to what Harper do you get. Like that's the difference maker. What Noah was just saying. Right. You get an MVP caliber Bryce Harper, or do you get 30 home run Bryce Harper and 95 RBI Bryce Harper? Not acceptable. It's not going to be acceptable. And I'm going to be up in his shit this year because when he struggles, you're going to hear me yelling, go start hitting the ball away. You're going to hear me stop trying to pull baseballs all the time. I ain't going to be critical of a guy coming into his fucking prime that we pay a shit ton of money to, right? Because what I'm getting sick and tired of, and I know Greg's a lover and loves the hair flips, and that's great. But Greg will tell you honestly when he's struggling. What I got no time for is Twitter. All right. I'm going to have zero time for idiots on Twitter when you can't hold players accountable anymore. We begin the softest generation of all goddamn time. You can't say a bad word about anybody. I mean, literally, our superstar fucking point guard last night, first words out of his mouth, he blames altitude. Listen, I don't care if you never come on A2D radio for an interview. I don't care. I don't care. We have tons of guys here that can talk, and ladies. We don't need you to come on. So at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to be unbiased about the guy. All right? So I think and the reason is, Greg, and Greg knows this, is because he has the ability to be a top 10 guy in baseball year in, year out. Year in, year out. And he's not lived up to that. Plain and simple. Throughout his entire career, he's not been consistent enough. Now you're coming into the prime years, Greg, right? Now you're coming into them prime years where consistency becomes a little bit more, you would hope. So I agree with you. I agree with Noah that this is the best lineup in the NL East. Now, how good are the Braves' young pitching? That's going to be the question. If the Braves' young pitching is good, they're going to win this division. But to Noah's point, 91, 92 still gets in the playoffs. I still believe that we're better than the Mets. Yeah. I still believe that. I still believe we're better than the Mets until I see them. Right? Miami. Stop. Just stop. That was a little cute thing, right? In 60 games, that was cute. They're not going to do that over 162. So get them out of your heads. So it is, to me, a Phillies and Braves race here. Phillies and Braves race. I don't see it any other way. The Mets are going to be better. I still have the Mets like an 87-win team. I just don't – I don't love – I love them, but I don't love their lineup that much. It's good. It's good, but is it like, Their staff could be lights out. It could be.
They get hurt. The Mets get hurt with the DH and the non-DH, right? Because you got a guy like Dominic Smith who can absolutely rake, but now he's going to have to play left field. Or you're going to put Pete Alonso out in left field or right field, right? Because you're going to want both of their bats in the lineup. Now where are they going to play in the field, right? Dominic Smith is a first. What up, Drew?
Yeah, I can't thank you guys enough, man.
Dominic Smith's a true first baseman. And they actually get hurt because of everyone gets hurt because of the DH because you got a pitcher freaking pitching, but them especially, right? Because I don't think Cespedes is around anymore this year. So it's gonna be tough. And as Mark jumps out, the gauntlet's right in the beginning of the year. We got to jump out to a good start. We can't fall behind because they're all right in the beginning.
Yep.
So here you go, right, Greg? Brandon Nimmo, Francisco Lindor, Conforto, Alonso, Smith, McNeil, Davis, McCann. Okay, that's the Mets. That's the Mets' projected opening day lineup, right? Okay. Now let's go to the Phillies real quick.
And do they have good, not great written all over it?
Absolutely. Conforto stud, Lindor obviously stud, Alonso stud, McNeil's right there on that stud side just because of his hit tool. Nimmo's a gnat. Nimmo's one of those guys that just annoys you as a fan of another team, but he's not like a superstar. So, yeah, absolutely. Very good, but not great.
So what's better? McCutchen, Realmuto, Harper, Hoskins, Bohm, Didi, Segura and Hazley. I think that's a better lineup.
I
if Harper and Realmuto do their jobs and Bohm takes that next step, listen, if Bohm stays the same, because he was very good last year, that's a better lineup than the Mets.
Right. Can he bat 284 and have 21 home runs? I mean, that's Fangraphs projections.
Who? Bohm?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Totally reasonable. I don't think that's I don't
Yeah.
think that's crazy to ask. Like, I can't expect a second-year player to, like, come in and he's come back 320. You know what I mean? But
You know what's funny?
I've said it before, real quick. I've just said real quick that, like, I think Bohm's going to be an all-star this year. Like, I honestly do. I know that's high expectations, and that's probably not fair, but that's how good I think the kid is.
you got to stop saying kid when the guy's the same age as you.
Guy, prospect, player.
Taken away.
Colleague.
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 You know what's funny, though, Tom? And I know me and you have always had this conversation, but it's so true, right? The statement you made 2 seconds ago about Bohm, right? We can't expect a kid like that to come out and take that jump. Well, why can't we? Every other team, especially you look at the Braves, right? Ozzie Albies at 18 came out and had that, or 18, 19 came out and had that production. Ronald Acuna. Now, again, I'm not comparing these guys to this, but when can we start to expect that from our pups, right? All these other teams get these pups that come out and just blow up and just you're like, oh my God, where did you find this guy from?
It's not a Philadelphia thing.
No, you're right.
No, Ralphie, you're right. Greg,
Yeah, we have guys that don't start to show promise until they're 26.
Yep.
That's the problem,
Or
guys.
never.
He's not as young as he is. He's 24 years old. He's about to be 25.
I know.
Like Rye's calling him a kid like he's 18. He's 25 years old. I mean,
that's also my point, right?
Yeah,
we waited so long for him to get here. It's just like, let's go. I need you to come out and be an all-star.
Sure. And Hazley, the same thing. Hazley's 25.
Yep.
They're not like they're 21-year-old guys, right? They're 25. So the Rise point, like, yeah, he could have an all-star year. You know, he could, and he's in a lineup where I hate talking about protection, but the pressure isn't on him and Hazley as much as it is on the other guys. Yep. And you have such pros all throughout this lineup. Like Segura's a professional hitter. Didi's a professional hitter. McCutcheon's a professional hitter. Like you got a lot of contact in this lineup, in my opinion. And if this team can eliminate strikeouts, I think it's the best hit. I think it's the best lineup in the division. Now I know that's saying a lot with Atlanta in this division, but I think they're right there with each other. They truly are. We did this the other day on a Sunday, right, Greg? And they're not far off. So not far off. So right, I agree with you. I mean, there's a chance he could. There's a chance he could. And I agree with Greg. I
drafted him in fantasy, so I sure as hell hope so.
I'm tired of waiting. I agree with Greg too. Like, why can't our young players be impactful right away?
But Tom, were you going to compare the lineup to the Braves?
I can, absolutely.
Sure. When in Rome.
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, this is a really good lineup. So I'm not going to take anything away from this lineup the Braves got. Acuna, Albies, Freeman. I mean, right there is better. Okay, right there.
It's not even fair. It's not fair.
It just is. I mean, they're the best hitter in baseball, in my opinion, Freddie Freeman. Like, I mean, listen, I love Mike Trout and I love other guys, but Freddie Freeman's like the most underrated pro hitter of like all time that nobody talks.
So consistent.
And like literally, Ralph bends us over every time.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I still go back to 2 years ago with Tamboy, and you have a base open with Freddie Freeman up, and like it's the 8th or 9th inning, and you pitch to him in an actual game where you're winning. Like, why isn't he on base? Just four. Just go ahead, walk down, Freddie.
Remember we were up 5-0 against the Braves, and Nola was dicing, and Coconut Oil says, come on.
We'll pull you after 69 pitches.
Don't bring those memories up. Come on, bro.
Ralph, I feel like that happened.
Relax, guys. We got a real manager now.
Yeah. I mean, at least our manager eats the skin on his chicken nuggets.
Oh, so you're gonna tell he eats his own skin. That's like,
I didn't know what you were going to say.
Yucky.
I thought the other guy probably did. The other guy probably licked his own skin. I mean, I want to put it past him. Now, the thing the Braves
He probably likes some kind of skin.
The thing the Braves are better at is I think they're gonna lose more baseball.
I don't doubt it.
Yes, Tom.
They have more power in their lineup 1 through 8 than we do. That's the difference with them.
At least that we know of, right? I mean, yeah, you're right, because you're looking at least 3 of our spots, Hazley, Segura, and McCutchen aren't going to lose anything more than 15 at most.
Well, think about it. They got 20.
McCutchen might hit 20.
20 home run guys all in their lineup, right?
Yep.
Rob is going to hit over 20. Swanson probably hit 20. Travis D'Arnaud will probably hit 17 to 20, right? Marcell Ozuna will probably hit 30. Freddie Freeman will hit 30. Albies will probably hit like 25. And then, Acuna's going to hit anywhere from 35 to 40. So, I mean, they are deep, loaded, and they rake. Now, we are right there with them because I think we're more contact built, right? Which is like we're a different type of lineup. But again, it's going to come down to Harper and Realmuto. Because if Harper and Realmuto, all right, are all-stars and they're hitting, everybody else is going to hit with them. Make sense? Like if they hit, everybody's going to follow suit and hit. So they're the catalyst. Just like Nola and Wheeler are the catalyst. They're the catalyst. Now you go to the bullpen, right? Alvarado, Bradley, Kinsler, and Neris. They got to get outs.
I forgot Kinsler.
They're your key things. So we're going to talk about right now. And we'll circle the board, and then we'll read off everybody's. We'll get to everybody's comments here in 1 second. But 2 or 3 players that you believe step up, and give me one sleeper on this roster that has a big year. If you want me, I can go first. I don't care if you guys want to.
What is the question? 2 or 3 who need to step up,
or do you believe?
Sleeper?
It can be like you believe will step up or has to step up. I mean, any way you want to phrase it. 2 or 3 guys that are gonna step up this year and have big years. So one, because he has to, is Bryce Harper. Okay. The other one, I think Gene Segura has a huge year. I truly do. I'm big on Gene Segura more than others are. And my third's Aaron Nola. Because I think Nola is going to have a Cy Young type season this year. I want to believe that. I want to hope that. I want to talk that into existence. Now, the one sleeper, oh, man. The one sleeper to me, I'm going to go Zack Eflin. Because Zack Eflin has the ability to come out and win you 15 games. Mm-hmm. He could. That's my sleeper guy. There's a lot of other sleepers. Like if anybody says Kinsler, other guys, like there are sleepers throughout like the rotation bullpen that you can make a case for, right? So as you guys think for a second, give yourself a second. I'm going to read all some of these comments real quick. Frank says Hoskins. I mean, he needs to step up, Frank. You're 100% right. Java says Eflin wins 17 games.
Love it.
I would love that too. Moore says, I think having fans in the stands will impact on opposing teams too this year. I agree.
Yep.
Have fun tomorrow. I think she said she's going to the game.
Yeah,
have fun.
Oh, nice.
Lucky.
Enjoy it.
Anybody going? Have fun. Be safe out there and enjoy back to the ballpark again.
You
Great.
do? Oh.
Didi,
if you post photos, make sure you tag us. We'll repost it and stuff for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Christopher said Didi is losing 30 this year. He will hit 20 at home. Oh, nice. I mean, yeah.
Sign me up.
30 might be a little bit much, but I do think he's right around 25, 30.
Aloha, Todd.
Be safe. Keep up the good show. Aloha, Todd. Thanks for chiming in.
Thanks, Todd.
Vin Fosh is an idiot.
He's not.
Isn't that the fake tweet guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
funny
Jeff
as
Evans
hell.
of basketball.
Gotcha.
He's funny. If you know what he is, he's funny.
Moniac will be up in August, so he'll be up when rosters are expanded. So September, maybe August, or he gets hurt or something. Maybe.
I'll go, Tom. I'll go next. The guys I think will step up. I'm gonna go Archie Bradley, just because having him in the bullpen in comparison to what we had last year. I mean, I think it's going to be huge for us. I'm obviously going to go Bohm, just because I mean, if you've heard me the last 20 minutes talk about the guy, that's how I feel about him. And then my sleeper. Listen, I'm going to go Hazley. The kid's a 7th pick overall in the draft. You know what I'm saying?
Older than you, Ryan.
Did I say kid again? Did I say kid?
Mm-hmm. How old are you, Ryan?
The prospect / player is the 7th pick, former 7th pick.
College.
Like Ryan's like 24, acting like he's 38. Like I have to guess. I don't know if Ryan's 24. I'm just guessing. I think
No,
I'm
no,
right.
he's
right.
I'm right on.
You're 24, Ryan?
Ryan
Yes,
does
Noah.
shows with me. So like when we do
Damn, time flies.
we'll say
I
similar.
remember you in diapers.
Yeah, I remember when you first came here. You little.
I used to change your diaper.
I was nursing on my nip.
God. Now Frank's gonna have to create an image of that.
No.
Done.
He said it's already done.
Oh yeah, probably he's had that in the stash.
Oh no.
Yeah, I really like Hazley, man, and I think he's the definition of consistency. You know, I know he needs to improve. But he's a bona fide major league ball player that has a high upside, in my opinion. And I think it's going to get a lot of playing time. I don't think it's going to be one of these platoon things because, I mean, what Roman Quinn's going to get hurt? What, the first week, second week?
Yeah.
You know
And
what I'm
by the
saying?
time he
Like,
comes back, he gets hurt again. So
yeah. So and I'm not
Well, I
wishing
just
that on
hope-
Quinn.
I just hope they don't bring up Doofus Herrera.
No, I don't think we'll be seeing him unless we really need to. No.
yeah.
See, I don't.
Just
Which he
saying.
probably will.
Not what. I'm gonna shut you down. The only reason that he's not up is because he's not on the 40 man. All right. So Hazley's not going down because he doesn't have an option to go down. Quinn's not going down because he doesn't have an option to go down. So you put the guy down that you can option down. I'm gonna make a little bet with you guys right now. All right, and I'm gonna make a bet with Ryan too. All right. Adam Hazley's got to play better. I mean, like I know you guys can love him and all this stuff, but 250 don't work in this league. It just doesn't fly. Like he hasn't showed me he can be a consistent Major League Baseball, a Major League hitter yet. He hasn't showed me that. He hasn't put that all together yet, right? So that's my concern with Hazley. Like I saw that concern. I think he's very good defensively, but he's not like I don't know. Can he bet 278 like he did last year? Like you know, he didn't lose any baseballs. Like this is a league where you got to lose
the
the
concerning
baseball.
part. That's the concerning
He's
part.
like a bench guy. I don't think he's a starter.
But Tor, the problem is he's a 7th pick overall, and I don't think he's a starter either. Like the guy who you sent down is a better baseball player. He is. I don't care what anybody says. People can argue me all day. Odubel Herrera is a more proven hitter than Adam Hazley. Nobody in this league doesn't lose baseballs. Like you don't play center field position unless you're a platoon and you don't lose baseballs. And I'm not missing you have to lose 40 baseballs. I think about hitting, Greg. You know this.
Yep.
But you got to hit at least 10. My goodness gracious. To have none last year, he didn't even lose one. You didn't even run into him. I mean, you had 92 plate appearances, right? And the year before, right, he had 242 plate appearances. And we lost 5. Like, you got to at least drive the baseball. And if not home runs, then he's got to hit a shit ton of doubles. So it's got to be one or the other, right? You got to have gap power in this league to be an everyday player. You gotta put fear into people to be an everyday player. You just do, especially your 7th pick of the draft. Or Rye, you better be fucking Tony Gwynn. You better be 320 and just a constant guy who's on base all the time. I like Hazley. I want to believe in him, right? And they're giving him every chance to go prove it because of the investment, right? But don't be surprised if this dude struggles and Quinn goes on the DL like he's going on the DL, and Herrera gets called up and goes on a tear and never gives a spot back up the rest of the year. It's very valid. It can very well
I
happen.
don't see that happening.
It's a matter of
I'm
when.
planning a Double. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm just, what I mean?
It's a matter of when, though. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, Double was a former All-Star, right? You can hate him for, his alleged actions. You can hate him for whatever reason. What you can't hate him for is the fact that he is a Major League Baseball player, and he's on this roster, and he's eligible to play. That you can't take away from the guy, right? You can hate him for what he did.
Greg, I know he can hit. Look, I know he can hit, but I can't tell you how many freaking times I've seen this guy not know how many outs there were out on the field, not know how to make a base running mistake, and do other boneheaded things. And sure, it doesn't help with his off the field crap, but I don't know. I think Odubel Herrera, I would have thought that he would have ran his course. I would have thought that era, so to speak, would have ran its course in this town.
Well,
I mean,
$10 million.
don't get me wrong, I'm not ready to crown Adam Hazley.
Listen,
But-
you can do whatever you want. I'm telling you right now, Noah, that what you're saying is stuff when it was a bad baseball team. There's veterans all over this team. Like you're not having a guy bat in your 3-hole anymore. He's going to bat 7 or 8. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the difference. You have accountability all over this roster. Like he's not going to get away with that shit on this roster. That's why.
Right. I mean,
big.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Herrera, I mean, my complaints are more. I mean, I'm just talking about purely on the field.
Sure.
But
I get you.
I mean, thank God we're not completely counting on this guy. You know what I mean? I mean, if we're counting on this guy to hit 30 dingers and drive in 110 runs, forget it.
Julio, the handle is just A2D Radio.
It'll say Tom's name.
Like I said, I understand what you're saying. I totally get it, and I want to be hopeful for Hazley. But the reality is, guys, when you talk about Hazley and Alec, it's not even close. It's not close. It's just not. One guy has a huge upside and can be a flat-out star in this league, and the other guy is probably just going to be a guy. Hazley's just a guy. Until he proves otherwise, he's just a guy. He's just a guy. I know we want to believe because of where he was picked at that he's going to be a star, but like right now, all we've seen is just a normal Major League Baseball player. There's hundreds of them just like him all around the league. So he hasn't shown anything to me. Like there hasn't been one time where I looked at Hazley and been like, wow, there's star potential there. Not even all-star potential. I've never thought of Adam Hazley an all-star. Okay. Now, Alec Baum, different conversation. So you can hide Hazley in your 8-hole, which is fine. But he's got to be a premier defender then. Like it's one or the other, right, guys? Like if you're going to bet 260, you better fucking track.
Here's my question: do we even think Hazley's fast enough to play center field?
Yeah, I have
his whole career so far.
I have no issues with his athleticism and his ability to track a baseball. He's never shown that he can't go get a baseball.
What?
Yeah, I'll just say
he's not Roman Quinn overrunning a ball or diving 5 feet.
Yeah,
past the baseball.
Yeah, I mean, my question to you guys then is it fair to just maybe an expectation for Hazley is that can he be good enough to where center field isn't that big major concern that we've had the last handful of years? Because we've looked at the center field position last 2, 3, 4 years. We think, okay, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Is it a platoon of 5 guys? Is it a guy where you're just putting a Band-Aid there?
I like
it always seems like that center field position is always a question mark too, right?
5 guys is really good.
Besides that, what are you worried about?
I like to go all the way with the 5 guys.
I see you.
I think he's got about 270, 275. He's got to hit over 30 doubles, and he's got to hit at least 10 to 15 home runs.
At least walking to 10, Jesus.
Yeah,
everybody else in the league does.
Has to. And like I said, I don't.
And you're a righty hitting in CBP, or you're a lefty hitting in CBP.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't need you to hit 25, so you make up with that with gap power.
Yep.
So hit 35 doubles and 12 home runs, and I think we'll all be okay with that if you bet 275, 280. So it's one or the other. You talk about Reese Hoskins, okay, if you're going to bet 250, you better hit 45 fucking home runs then. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're going to bet 240. So it's one or the other. It's one or the other.
And to that point, Ryan, I think if he hits those numbers that Tom just alluded to, then yes, he does close that question of what is center field. Because you're absolutely right. It has been, and I know I harped on it a while, right? What are we doing? Are we giving it to Hazley? Are you giving it to Quinn? Or is Mickey Moniak or Mickey Mouse coming up, right? Like, what is going on in Herrera? Because we didn't know. So, yes, I think if he has a good year, puts up numbers that Tom is projecting, because I think they're real, they're attainable, then yes, he does put that center field job in his back pocket, and we don't talk about it for at least a year.
Yeah, that's honestly that's one of the big things, and it's not. I don't think it's really. Well, it could affect obviously the outcome as far as wins, but my big ask from the next up until September, October, however long we go, it's by the end of this season, I hope to finally have a very comfortable grasp of who Hazley is and who Moniak is. because they're both. You know what I'm saying? We have no Moniak. It's like, okay, just based off of who the guy's supposed to be, but at the end of this season, can we just have a grasp of who those two guys are? Because if neither of them are good enough, we need to officially move on and then go find a solidified guy at that position. Enough of this project stuff.
We won't move on until it's too late, though. That's what we'll do. We'll drag this on for years to come.
Yeah, we'll trade Moniak when he's 29 and can't hit anymore.
Years of mediocrity.
Years of mediocrity. Get mid-level prospects that won't pan out.
Oh my God, we're looking into the future right now.
I would normally agree with all of you, except for the guy that we have in charge right now. Yep. Dave Dombrowski didn't come here to sit around and
I hope so.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he did it, and that's not his track record. I'm not saying he's going to give up on these guys early, but to your point, if we don't know at the end of this year what those two guys are, there's something we're going to make something happen.
And Dombrowski didn't draft those guys either.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? To where he doesn't have to have
so
his reputation.
He has no ties to them.
He's not attached to them.
He's like, hey, these are my guys.
Well, the one thing, I mean, Moniak, this is going to be Moniak's job in a year anyway. So, I mean, he already
We've been saying that for the past 5 years now, Tommy, it feels like. I mean, come on, man. How many more years are we going to say it's Mickey's job to lose? Or Mickey has a shot to win this?
I've never
and then all of a sudden he's back down in AAA and AA.
Hold on. Can I put word? I've never once said on these airways that it was Mickey Moniak's job to lose ever. In the history of me talking Phillies baseball since he's been drafted, I never once said, hey, this is Mickey's job to lose. Never once said it. But if you look at the common growth.
I could see you saying it.
I've never said that. That makes no sense.
You never did.
Look at the common growth of him. Right, the common growth is look how much bigger and stronger he came into camp this year. Is the kid growing
and back down in AAA? Okay.
Well, because again,
he's back down in AAA.
He was drafted out of high school.
Well, maybe Mickey Mantle will come back from the dead and he can play for the Phillies.
But who saw Scott Kingery last season come into camp looking like what was he talking about last season? Like looking all buff. What happened? Just saying, what happened?
Ralph, they sent him down because of the control clause, Ralph.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He's not.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
It absolutely matters.
It
absolutely matters.
Stop. What are the Lakers losing? What are you saying?
No, we're actually winning right now.
Are you guys winning? Big
Wow, I'm rooting for you guys. It's the Bucks.
Ralph, have another plate of meatloaf, buddy.
Andre Drummond. Ralph, it absolutely matters.
It's like it's the entire.
He actually played really well this spring comparatively to what he's done in the past and what he showed in his. Because again, why is Odubel not on the big leagues? Because they have options available. They don't have to put him on the 40-man roster and potentially lose out on somebody else.
All right,
22 years old too. By the way,
he's not exactly.
Yeah. It's not like
so we won't see him until he's 28. So 6 more years. All right, nice.
No,
wonderful.
I think that if Hazley doesn't produce this year, I think Mickey Moniak's your starting center fielder moving forward.
At worst, he's starting in left field next year when Kutch is gone.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
At work.
All right.
Yep.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I'm not telling you.
Number 1 overall pick still hasn't sniffed the big leagues yet.
Oh, he sniffed
at least as a starter.
He sniffed it last year.
He sniffed it last year. He started a couple games last year.
Give yourself deeper.
Oh my God! Yeah, he came up last year. And guess where he is this year? And guess where he is this year? AAA.
To help you.
It don't matter. I don't.
You're not making any sense, brother.
Yeah.
AAA.
You can't get out of this one.
I hear you.
Swing away, Mickey. There you go, Lehigh Valley. There you go, buddy. We'll see you in 3 years.
I understand your frustration with it, but you are playing the 7th overall pick in the draft, who's 25 right now, and you have options for Mickey Moniak. So why not go get him at bats? The option got Kingery, which you didn't get him at bats. You brought him up, you paid him, and some days he didn't play, some days he did. Right? If I want to develop young players, they either come to the big leagues and they play 162 games, or they go to AAA where they have the option and they get their 300 to 400 at bats. It's the only way I'm going to develop people. It's the only way.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way. And if you think this kid size-wise is the same as last year as he is this year, you didn't watch him in spring training. He looked like a man now. Now he's a man. Now he's in a man's body. So, you Devontae Smith fucking morons, all right? Take those on Mickey Moniak because he's $120 last year. $120. Soaking wet. Now he actually looks like a man. Look like he got on the Harper pump. You know what I mean? Look at him and Harper pumping. I'm not going to tell you he's going to be good, Ralphie. I don't fucking know. What I'm telling you is the common sense is they had the option. So you send him down. I understand your frustration, though. I get it. This is the Phillies MO for 40 years. I understand. You're preaching to the choir. I just didn't like when you told me that, well, you know, you said it's his job to lose. If anybody ever said that, they're a fucking idiot and they should never watch baseball again. If anybody ever said that, people may have on the dial. I wouldn't be surprised. But no, it's been Hazley's job to lose the last 2 years or win. So, you know, it's so weird because you want Hazley to be good, but Greg's right because you could be looking next year of Hazley and Moniak. You could be. So you got to get him the bats this year down in AAA, and then you can sort of see what you got, right, Ralphie? But I understand.
Yeah, Ralphie, the Iron Pigs are starting in May. If you want to see Moniak, just drive up to Allentown.
Yeah, right? Jeez.
Parking's free. Tickets are only $10.
Now we know Moniak's gonna be a stud now because Ralphie so it down and out.
Oh yeah.
Next year you might hit 45.
Can I put him? Can I redact one of my picks? Can I make Moniak one of my sleepers now? I'll put Hazley back on the shelf. I'll pick Moniak.
Ralphie, go ahead.
Oh, okay. We're still done with this?
Yeah.
Still going with it.
Only two people.
My guy that has to step up this year is our first baseman, Rhys Hoskins. Because if his ass don't step up, okay, trade block. Because I'll just go get another arm. You know, trade block. You know, what do you want from him? What do we need? So Rhys Hoskins is my guy that needs to step up big time. Because these last 2 years with Bryce in the lineup have been absolutely dog shit. For my guy too, that's a sleeper. Oh man,
Mickey Moniak.
No shot. I'm gonna go a little outside the box. I'm gonna go Hector Neris as my sleeper this year. Being the closer again. I think he has a good year.
You go outside the box and pick the closer.
That would be nice.
Nice outside the box pick there, bud. But I like it. I love it. Now I was going to go there myself. So one of my step ups is exactly as Ralphie mentioned, Rhys Hoskins, Babe Ruth 2.0. It's a contract year for him, right? So whether we extend him or whether he gets it somewhere else, this is a big year for Hoskins. And where he's going to bat in that lineup is absolutely huge to this team. He's more than likely probably batting either 2 or 4, right? 2 or 4, 5.
Yeah, he batted in the cleanup last year. Yeah.
You know, if he's going to walk, he's got to be in a 2-hole. If he's going to drive baseballs, put him in the 4 or 5. But I think it's a huge year for him. Another guy that's got to step up, I think, is Didi. I think Didi has to have another good year. He did last year. We brought him back. We were all stoked that we brought him back. I was pumped that we brought him back because we talked about at that time we didn't have Realmuto. We didn't know what we were getting in center field, and now you didn't have Didi at the time. So how you build a team strong up the middle. We were Andrew Knapp and Bryson Stott up the middle, and that's not very good. And my sleeper. My sleeper for this year is Bryce Harper. No, it's not Bryce Harper. My sleeper is actually going to be Matt Moore. I've always been a fan of Matt Moore, especially obviously when he was with the Rays and he was actually a really good pitcher. When he got traded to San Fran, he got hurt and all that. I think he's had a bounce back year in him, and I think he's going to do well in our 4-5 spot back there in the rotation.
Fair. Pros pro, right?
Yeah.
Good old pros pro. All right, who's next?
Yo, how you doing?
What up, Noah?
I know.
You awake?
I was posting on Instagram.
Oh, wide awake tonight, buddy.
All right.
How was the popcorn?
Did it
increase
delicious,
the win total?
Ralph.
Did it increase any more? Did it increase the win totals?
That was Frank, but go ahead.
Sure. I'll go 93, all right?
You said 94 last time.
No, I said 92.
And then I think you said 94.
No, he went 90, 92. Now he's at 93.
Oh, okay.
He'll be at 94 in about 2 minutes. Just give him time.
Yeah.
All right, so
Don't worry. By the end of
go-
the show, I said 162-0, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
won't be able to happen after we lose tomorrow. So,
Wow.
Why you gotta do that?
Oh,
What are we
geez.
doing?
The
Yay.
Hello Darkness will kick in.
yay!
What are we doing?
All right,
Hello Darkness.
I like to
Miles
prepare
All
Bright.
right, so I guess we're
myself.
looking for two guys who need to have a step up year, and we're looking for a sleeper, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yep.
So here, my first one. I'll state the obvious here: Bryce Harper. All right, he's got to hit 35 to 45 homers and drive in at least 110 runs, bare minimum. All right, so we need him to have a big year, MVP caliber season.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
I'm gonna say, I'll go with another obvious. We need Aaron Nola to pitch like an ace. All right, and don't get me. I mean, he had a little bit of a down year last year. We need, as Tom alluded to at the top of the show, we need him. We need Nola to return to the spectacular. What was it, 2018 season he had, where he was damn close to winning the Cy Young. I think he had a 2.37 ERA. You were saying
2.78. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we need him to have a sub 3 ERA. And I'm going to say he's going to win 20 games this year. That's what we need him to do. So as far as my sleeper goes, you know what? Believe it or not, he may not have made the opening day roster, but give me Scott Kingery. I bet you he gets called up at some point this year, and he'll get some big hits for us later this season.
Launch angle.
To Greg.
Yeah, I think that was a pick so shocking that Greg left.
He said, "I'm out."
Oh, there he is. He's back.
I know, he's back.
Real dramatic, Greg.
Greg, did you leave because he said Kingery?
Yeah, I meant to just hit stop cam, and I hit leave studio by accident. But yes, that was all for Scott Kingery. Yes. That was
All right,
I thought you were going to go full 180 and go back to Odubel Herrera. That would have made more sense.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So at least Odubel has talent.
Call me crazy, but I think
You're
Kingery
crazy.
is going to have a positive impact later this season on this ball club.
What? An asset?
I
so
want
they
him
get
to.
What is he going to be a piece in the package to go get traded for a better player? Like what? It's the only positive impact I see him having. He's one of 5 players going in a deal.
Yeah, Scott Kingery stink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scott
Hey,
Kingery's
listen, I'm rooting for him, Noah, but I
mean, I hear what you're saying, and believe me, there's a lot of cause for concern. But I think this guy can still have a productive major league career, and I think it'll be here.
I'm going to tell you why not. All right, I'm going to tell you why not him or Hoskins will have productive MLB careers anymore. Because they both got into the launch angle bullshit. Okay, they both strike out way too much. They both don't hit for contact anymore. It's lose a baseball or strike out.
Right.
They both fucking stink. Okay, Scott Kingery is the most overrated baseball player that ever walked through the city of Philadelphia. All right, I was told how great of a defensive player he was. All right, when he plays second, watch how good he is. He freaking stunk at second base. Gene Segura, who's a shortstop, plays second base better than him. He has no range, okay? He can't hit anymore, all right, and everything's launch, pop-up city. Scott Kingery stinks. And Reese Hoskins, his little bromance that he has with Reese Hoskins, he stinks too. Because I know for a fact that these two walked around camp the last 2 years doing this with their fucking back shoulder. Oh, back shoulder, dipper back shoulder and launch. They walk around camp doing that shit, and I know it to be a fact. Okay? So they ruined themselves. So the people who want to blame that on Gabe Kapler, I got enough to blame on Gabe Kapler. I'm not blaming launch angle bullshit from Reese Hoskins and Scott Kingery on Gabe Kapler. That's on them, and that's on the shit-hitting coaches that have been ran through this city. Freaking hate it. I hate it. The great white hypes. Go give me some fucking Dominican ball players, please. Damn it.
Preach.
Damn, this is Mike Trout. The rest of them freaking stink, it seems like. We don't get Freddie Freeman. We don't get Mike Trout. We get these freaking jabrones. Okay? There's a million Scott Kingerys around baseball. There's a million Rhys Hoskins that play first base that can lose 35 baseballs. It's not anything special. It's not special. Every third baseman
I hear you.
For power.
Hey, I said he was my sleeper, not my National League MVP.
Right?
He's sleeping, Noah. He's sleeping. That's where he is.
And maybe he'll never wake up. But I guess I'm holding out hope that maybe there's someone that they gave $24 fucking million to, might get his head out of his ass and realize that he's not a power hitter and start hitting for contact.
The big thing he was.
Here's to hoping.
No, you're not wrong. Listen, it's a good name. It's fine. Scott Kingery triggers me anymore.
Yeah.
It's fine. Besides the 10-minute rant I just went on saying it's not fine.
The guy.
No, I loved it. It's all good. I mean, he's not wrong.
He was a gap hitter in the minors.
He could be wrong. You know what? Now I'm pulling for Kingery right now. You got me pulling for Kingery.
Why would you pull Kingery? He's not even on the team.
He's already counting losses. He's already counting losses. Of course you're going to pull for Kingery.
You know what? I'm pulling for him.
Good. See, Ralph and Tori are going to take a trip up to Allentown so they can see Mickey and Scott, right?
I'm ready.
Chris, you're absolutely correct. Chris Glover.
Oh, the selectively aggressive shit. Yeah. Like, no, hunt your pitch and barrel. Hunt your pitch and barrel. Hunt fastballs, right? No matter what level you play at, you hunt fastballs.
And don't miss.
Don't miss. And that guy takes how many cock shots? How many cock shots?
Oh, my God. He just took another one as we were talking about him.
Right, did. From Kingery. You go to the miner's widow. Great white hype.
And the only reason, because you're exactly right, Tom. You know how I feel about Rhys Hoskins and Scott Kingery, right? And the only reason I put him in there because he has to. It's on him, right? It's his future and his financial future to have a good year. So I hope you lifted your shoulder and stopped dipping it.
And that's what they did.
Yep.
That's what they did. That's why neither one have gotten better. They've actually gone the opposite way. Scott Kingery was like a 300 hitter in the minors. Like, why would you change? Why would you change? What got you to where you are? Why would you? But that is what it is. It is what it is.
Tor?
I hope Scott Kingery literally spends the rest of his career in the minor league now.
Oh my God. I hope he's an all-star.
Good luck with that.
In Japan.
Yeah.
For the KBO.
An all-star. An all-star.
You know what?
That's Korea, buddy.
I have a sign.
Yeah, there's two different leagues,
I have
Japan and Korea.
signed by Scott Kingery, so like I'm a little bit of a fan.
That sucks.
Plus, I'm gonna be a girl here, and he has like a really cute ass. So I don't know if any girls are watching; they could probably agree with me. But
Ralph, do you agree?
With what?
he got a cuter ass than LeBron. I'll say that.
Does Kingery have a cute ass?
I'll pass.
You do. All right. So my people are, I'm going to say Bryce Harper, obviously. Like, we need him to be a stud. My other one is Rhys Hoskins, because if we have Bryce and JT playing above average to like really good, and then Rhys just plays like what he was supposed to be, like we're freaking solid. If that goes about, If that goes about, and then we have Aaron Nola pitching decently along with the bullpen, like I honestly think we can win the division then. So I'm going to say Bryce Harper, Rhys Hoskins, and then Nola. Those are my three. Have to step up, whatever. My sleeper, that's hard. Like, could Bone be a sleeper or like not really? Because
could be. He hasn't played a major league season yet.
But I feel like he's already like kind of crowned a stud.
Well, he shouldn't be. He hasn't played 162 yet. Until you play 162, I don't want to hear shit.
I know,
Seriously.
but I want to say like a real sleeper. Like I'm gonna say Roman Quinn.
Oh,
Sleeper.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I want to take that one back.
I know, but I just want to. I just want to be different because
Hey, there goes Greg.
there's got to. He's so annoying. Greg,
Roman
like,
Quinn.
really?
He just got hurt. You talking about him? He just tore his hamstring.
I'm just trying to be different here, okay?
I'd rather you go with Brad Miller. Like at least he brings good
Is he still on the
bamboo.
team?
Yeah,
Like,
he made the
what?
team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ronald
No,
Torreyes, like
I'm gonna say Roman Quinn because guess what?
Andrew Knapp.
It's now or never. No, I will never. say
Rocio
it.
Oliveira.
You guys are annoying.
So like, what's the if you're high on him, Tori? Like, what's your prediction? You
I'm
only
not
get
high. I'm not high on him. I'm just trying to like think of something different that I want to put some hope into.
So if I set the over under for injuries for him this season in a full season
Okay. All right.
at 4.5 injuries,
See, I was under. I was gonna say like 2.5. So
Yeah.
under.
pounding the over.
I'll
Under.
take the over as well.
You know what? We'll come back. We'll revisit this in a year when Roman Quinn and Scott Kingery are on the All-Star team. And
so for that to happen,
You
we
can't
have
even
to
say
be
that with a straight
epically
face.
bad. We have to be epically bad for that to happen.
Or if those two made the All-Star game, there would have to be a friggin' meteor that took
Yeah.
out the rest of the league. You know what I'm saying? Like all the rest of the league, they're gone, and it's just those two that are left.
Yeah.
no, yeah. I just
Probably
didn't
like
want to
a
be boring
meteor.
with my answer. Vince
Yeah.
Velasquez, that's a good one.
I'll give you that
Well,
one.
that's
Yeah,
a good
Vince
one
is
for
good.
his
Yeah.
different role.
Yeah.
And I want to root for him too. I like him. I know a lot of people don't like him.
I like him
I'm
as
just
a
over him. I'm just
potential-
over it.
I
Yeah.
hate him. I hate him as a starter. I can learn to like him as a bullpen guy if they
Yeah.
actually do it.
I don't like none of these guys. The Roman Quinn, Scott Kingery, accepted conversation. I think I just fell asleep for like 5 minutes. It really wasn't sleeper. We're really talking sleepers. No, Alec Boehm was a good sleeper, Tor. Like he
I know,
has-
but I felt like he's like an easy answer.
it's not though. He played 44 fucking games in the major leagues. Like everybody's walking around crowning the guy. Like you,
And
like,
he was crowned. I crowned him.
no. I mean, you got to play 162 for me to find out who you are. It's not fair. It's not fair on the player. And then if people are crowning Alec Boehm right now without him playing a full season, you're gonna don't get yourself hurt. That's all I'm saying. Boehm's always hit. I think he's gonna be a stud, right? But you got to at least let him play a full season first. My goodness gracious, the ebb and flows of Major League Baseball to be able to, when pitchers make adjustments to you, what's your adjustment back? We've seen plenty of hitters come up and have success early, right? But then teams make adjustments on you. Dominic Brown, Reese Hoskins, right? And we crown these guys. And then pitchers made adjustments and they struggled. Well, we're going to find out if Alec Boehm, when the adjustments come, is he as pure a hitter as we believe he is? I'm not saying he's not. I believe he is. I'm just saying, like, that would be a good sleeper name because
All right. So my real sleeper was Alex Boehm.
yeah, if anybody's expecting him at 328 or whatever he hit in freaking 40 games last year is unrealistic. Like, you think he's about 338 and like he did last year? No, absolutely not. He's
I'm
not
winning
going
fantasy if that happens. Hell yeah.
So he's going to have ups and downs over 162. And I believe a lot in Alec Boehm. But I'm saying before we like put pussy on a pedestal like we love to do, all right? That let's can we see him play 162? Can we just do this? We've done this with so many guys that we get so excited for and we get hurt by him. Now, I don't think Alec hurts us, okay? I'll be clear. I don't think he does. But 44 games, I can't be going on running the broad over it. Like give me a full sample size. That's it. Baseball is different than other sports. Like other sports, you can come in, you can have success early and always have success, right? Because there's really not that other adjustment. Make sense, guys? Like there is never that adjustment. Baseball is built off adjustments. Totally. Especially if you want to be a pro hitter. Like if you want to be a great hitter, it's all about your adjustments. It's all about it. Now, I believe he's in a position to be successful because he doesn't have to be the guy right now, right? So I like that. But everybody just calm down. He's absolutely a sleeper pick. Absolutely. Now, if he played 162 last year and he batted 320, then we got a different conversation. Then we got a whole different conversation. But were you doing double A? I mean, shit to me. We've seen that with Scott Kingery. We've seen that with Reese Hoskins. We've seen that with tons of prospects through our organization. So that sophomore slump is a real thing. And we're going to find out. That dude comes out hitting the cover off the ball.
Is this a true sophomore season? Like, how did they count that?
I don't know. That's just the thing. Like your second year.
I know, but like, you know what I mean? With last season, like, how do they even count these things?
But I like Alec. I don't think I'm not shitting on him. I'm
Dude,
just
I almost bought his jersey already. Like, don't tell me I'm not an Alec Bohm fan. Like, he's wearing number 28, third base, like everything I freaking love in life.
So I drafted in fantasy. You're about to get his jersey.
Yeah.
This kid's gonna stink.
We're fucked. The whole panel's crowning him. We got Torrey buying every jersey he buys gets traded.
I shouldn't get a jersey. Yeah, I shouldn't get the jersey.
No, you shouldn't buy any jersey for the Phillies. If I see you with a Phillies jersey on this year that's not already pre-owned, me and we're gonna have a little.
Thanks, Omar.
Thanks,
Omar. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Last year I bought a Reese Hoskins jersey. Not gonna lie.
Well, Omar's the first one on YouTube that has been entered to win.
Tom, where's the contest on Twitter? I don't even see it.
You mean the contest?
You said
it's Tom's. It's the show.
It's the show.
Oh, just retweet the show.
Retweet the show.
Retweet, like, and comment.
I thought you meant to like a post. Okay.
Oh no, and comment in the stream, like not just on the post.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta comment in so it comes up. Like here. You know what I mean?
In here.
Yeah.
Like that's not a Twitter one, but you guys know what I mean. But no, I want to reiterate. I love Alec Bohm, and I think he's gonna be a flat out pimp. But that's okay to be a sleeper. You know what I mean? It totally is. Yeah. Because if he comes and bats 320 in a full season, then we're in a good situation. So Hazley and Bohm are both okay, in my opinion, to be sleepers.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Truthfully, absolutely. The other guys, you know what they are. They played long enough. Like I always say, guys get to their numbers. They do. They absolutely do. Now, what is Hazley and Bohm's numbers to get to? That's what we're going to find out. That's what we're going to find out, fam.
That was the amazing thing about watching Pat Burrell as long as we did, right? Regardless of what he did on a year, how frustrating he was, you literally turn over the back of that baseball card and those numbers were almost identical every year.
Well, Greg, he lost.
I missed that team.
He lost baseballs. He walked a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a little bit of Hoskins in him in a way, except he didn't strike out to that level. That's the difference.
When he was going good, yeah.
Yeah, the difference from Pat and Hoskins is, Hoskins strikes out too much. Pat,
a lot of talent.
Yeah, Pat actually listen. Pat was damn good. Got a lot of heat in the city, but he was really good.
That's just because he was banging everybody's girls.
Oh, everybody. Maybe a few moms. Maybe a dad or two.
Man.
Your own.
I'm sure there was a dad. During that 2008-2008 run, there was definitely some dads out there pimping themselves out to Pat.
Robbie, what did you just say?
What's up?
Pat Burrell's his
dad. I thought so. I thought I heard that in my mind.
I heard something. Yeah, I didn't catch that.
Did you say that's my dad or something? Like something came out of your mouth, Dad.
I don't even know what I said.
Yeah, I think you said he's my daddy.
No, I said maybe he's my dad. Because you guys were saying he's going to. Yeah.
What's up, brother Contreras?
He's probably old enough to be your dad.
Yeah.
And he could be your and Ryan's dad.
Yeah. What's up, brother?
I love it. Like, people are just like randomly talking Eagles in the chat. Like,
Terrace Marshall, Elijah Moore.
It never stops.
Elijah Moore's fucking 5'5". Can we stop? My goodness gracious.
It's like my dad. My dad was asking me about the kid from Florida, Kadarius Toney. I'm like, I feel like our team we have 7 Kadarius Toneys right now.
Listen, Tor, I love Prince, right? I love Prince Blue, but he needs to stop it. He needs to stop it. He needs to stop it immediately, okay? Because I'm just gonna give me a second. I can't. This is what I can't do.
What happened?
This is what I can't do with people. Everybody the Eagles talk to, right? He's posting about right now. Everybody, right? So here, I'll give you this, right? Literally, maybe 45 posts today over. Here we go. Trending. Eagles have some interest in veteran. Oh, that's a different one. Hold on. Eagles sent running backs coach UNC Pro Day for Javonte Williams and Michael Carter.
Are you sure he's not trolling? Because he trolls a lot.
Not trolling. LSU wide receiver Terrence Moss said he has talked to the Eagles per Ed Kratz, right? Kadarius Toney said the Eagles QB coach Brian Johnson was at his pro day. And
Wait, you're talking about Vin Fosh?
No, I'm talking about Prince.
Oh.
Prince of Philly. That's his Instagram too. Prince is my guy. But now I'm not taking a shot at Prince. I'm more taking a shot at the people because he's like posting factual information, right? Like nothing's a lie. But all these idiots in the comment, like, oh, Kadarius Toney, done deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, dude, like they're gonna talk to everybody. That's what they do.
And you realize Brian Johnson coached Kadarius Toney this past 3 years, right?
Yeah, I can't with this. I can't.
While he was at Florida.
Dude, I can't wait for the draft though. Like, I don't even have expectations. I don't give a fuck. I kind of just want it to be like the craziest shit to happen because I'm just like I'm gonna have my popcorn, literally, just watching it blow up.
I'm ready to get my heart broken again. That's for damn sure. Yeah.
I just am so excited to see the worst ever possible pick at 12. Like,
are we inside of a bowl? What did Noah? What was that?
All right, Frank, your step ups and sleepers.
Whoa, okay. Let's see. Got me plenty of time to think. Let's see. My step ups. I'm gonna go with Reese Hoskins. My other step up, I'm gonna go with Hector Neris on this one. Hector Neris, I mean, he got hurt throughout 2020. He's been, we've been trying to groom this guy to be our closer for a couple of years now, and if he doesn't step up, kiss your job goodbye. And hello, Archie Bradley. I'm ready to see Archie Bradley get a couple saves here and there. And for my
Dynasty, we all are. Sorry, Frank. Dynasty, we all ready for another WTF from Ralphie.
What the fuck?
And for my sleeper, I'm going to go with Spencer Howard. I'm kidding. It's Didi Gregorius. I think.
Didi's your sleeper?
I'm going with Didi.
Okay.
I know he provided a little bit of spark in the offense, during last year. I think he steps up a little bit more.
Is that time for Rondale Moore true? I'm not crowning, but that's really fast.
Yeah, good. That's cute.
No, I'm not saying he's good or healthy. He's always hurt. So that's really fast, though.
I was about to go on a tirade, Greg. That's all.
Oh, you are?
Yep, it's coming. It's coming. Y'all out there on Twitter complaining about Devontae Smith's weight. Straight face, okay? But you're all good with a 5'7" wide receiver who's not going to get taller? Y'all need to lock the fuck in.
Oh, here we go.
Jesus Christ. I can't do it anymore with you people. Devontae Smith had 20 touchdowns, gets himself wide open all the time, and now people are going to be critical because he didn't do a pro day? Did you see him? He was with Mac Jones. He worked out with Mac Jones. So it's not like he sat it out. He didn't sit out. He opted out of the pro day. His proof is on the field. You all want to get in love with shorts and a goddamn t-shirt, right? The proof of Devontae Smith is on the field. And if he is there at 12 and the Eagles take anybody else but him, it's a goddamn failure. Failure. Unless it's Patrick Surtain. Simple. Fucking failure. Anybody else, if he's there at 12, is a failure. He's going to get bigger and stronger. Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? Are you okay, Colin? What is wrong with you guys? You guys fall in love with pro days. Jesus Christ. A pro day has never translated to a football field ever. 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 Okay? John Ross. All right? Henry Ruggs. Shut up. Yeah, because I've been right. Red? Because I've drafted better than Howie Roseman the last 4 goddamn years. All right? The guy sitting here begging for Jerry Jeudy or begging for Justin Jefferson as they take Jalen Reagor. So I don't want to hear it anymore. I want to hear it. I'm sick of it. So sick of it. You guys are out on Devontae Smith because he weighs 170. What? What are you talking about? You think he's not going to get stronger? You think that's what he's always going to be? He's going to be 170 the rest of his life? Never going to get bigger? Marvin Harrison was a $120. Okay? So grow up. Hall of Famer, gold jacketer. And I'll say it again. Devontae Smith will have a better career than everybody's love affair, Jamar Chase. Fucking book it. Book it. Good. Moore's 180. Whoop-de-doo. He's 5'7". Shane, you think he's getting taller? What's he going to hit, a late growth spurt? Freaking 5'7". Elijah Moore. Knock it off.
Todd says he wants man bodies.
Good. You could look like Tarzan and play like Jane all day. I've seen it, plenty of it. Okay? Plenty of it. It's about a 1-2. It's about a 1-2. How bad do you want it? Devontae Smith is a worker.
I got 53 Tarzans. I need a Jane. Sorry.
All the dude does is work. All the dude does is work. You think to win a Heisman at $170, he didn't put in the work?
Oh my God, are we comparing him to Steve Smith?
Oh Jesus! Yeah. I got it. We compare Jalen Reagor to Steve Smith.
I was gonna say we heard that last year. We heard Steve Smith last year.
Yeah, there's no comparison between Rondale Moore and Devontae Smith. Stop.
No.
I've watched a lot of Big Ten football. Rondale Moore will be a decent pro, but he's always hurt. Always hurt.
Yeah, when you're 5'7", that's usually what happins.
He got hurt at Purdue.
Shane,
Purdue
that's
stinks.
not necessarily true, Shane. That's not necessarily true.
Brahms squad at Purdue, and they haven't been great.
Wait. So I'm a fool? For what? What am I a fool for? For telling you Devontae Smith is the best wide receiver in this draft? Devontae Smith is going to have a better career than Kyle Pitts as well. So I don't know how am I a fool? The guy was a Heisman Trophy winner. When Waddle went out, he got better. He got better when Waddle went out. The guy is the best route runner in this draft. I don't understand. Like, do you guys watch football? I feel like people don't watch football. Guy had 4 touchdowns in the national championship game in a blink of an eye. A blink of an eye. Always open. Bryce, what is Pitts done besides get banged up every year? I like Pitts, but come on, guys.
You know what? I asked this to myself when I saw what Pitts ran, and I'm like, why? If he's this great weapon, why is he at tight end? If he's running this, and why is he not a wide receiver? What's the knock, right? Why was he changed to tight end at Florida? Because if you're that quick and you're built like that, you're a wide receiver. You're not a tight end.
Okay, Shane, so I was wrong. Elijah Moore is 5'7". I'm not drafting Elijah Moore. So put it to bed. Like, what are we talking about Elijah Moore for? And John, this is what I'm saying, John. Who played on that LSU team, Johnny? The number 1 pick of the draft, Joe Burrow, and the rookie of the year, Justin Jefferson. Christ. It didn't help at all. Didn't help him at all.
He had a better year than Jefferson, though.
I'm not saying he didn't, Greg, but I'm saying he had the number 1 pick of the draft throwing the football too. It helped. I'm not discrediting Jamar Chase at all. I'm just telling you I think Devontae Smith is better. He's a better route runner. He's a purer route runner. It's it. It's not a shot at Chase. If we had Chase at 12, then I'll take him.
Yeah.
But
I get it. That's my feelings to Smith, right? I mean, me and you are exact opposites on that, right? Like, I like Smith a lot. There's nothing against Smith. I would take Chase over him, right? You know what I mean? And you're the exact opposite, right? You really like Smith, but you would take Chase, right? You know, if you fell there and Smith wasn't available. Yeah, I'm the exact opposite, and again, that's not a knock on the kid, right? It's not a knock on Smith. It's not like I'm not high on Smith. I just have him ranked just below Chase to me. Really?
I hope that's a troll comment. I really hope that's a troll comment.
Colin, are you trolling?
I'm begging that's a freaking troll comment.
John Lynch, you're really going to sit here and compare Mac Jones right now to Joe Burrow? Like, we're really going to do that, even if the Niners reach him at 3. That's on the Niners.
That's on the Niners, yeah.
Come on, man.
Hey, guys.
I know.
Hey, Tom, real quick. If say if God forbid Smith is gone and Chase is gone, you're sitting there at 12 and Micah Parsons is available. Now, I know this team hasn't drafted a linebacker in the first round in probably almost 40 goddamn years, but Lord knows we need a playmaker on the we need playmakers on both sides of the ball, let's face it. But would you consider taking Parsons?
Yeah, because he's a pen.
I mean, I mean, we have no pass. We have very little pass rush, and he's one of the best pass rushers in this draft. The best pass rusher in my opinion, at the outside linebacker position.
Well, I would say our pass rush is the one thing we do have. I mean, we led the league in sacks last year for whatever that means, and all them guys are back for the most part. But we have nobody in the middle. Noah, to your point, like you went up the middle, and you could have the best tackles in football. If you don't have linebackers, you're going to stink. You're going to get gashed. If you don't have linebackers who can cover, you're going to get gashed. So, yes, like if he's there and like Surtain isn't per se, Noah, right? Yeah, right. I take Micah Parsons. I go to bed. I really do. I couldn't agree with you more. He's really rose from when we went from 6 to 12. He's because you're not going to take him at 6, right? Mm-hmm. But at 12, yes.
Right.
12, he comes back on the board as a possibility.
Real quick, guys, the numbers aren't out yet, but the Mets and Francisco Lindor have reached a deal.
Yeah, expected. They'd probably be around 350. If I had to guess.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, 350, somewhere around that.
Chump change.
But like, I'm not saying like that's the thing.
Well, we're only paying Harper $335, right?
Yep.
Steal.
The Lindor, John Heyman, Lindor Mets deal is for about $340. That's all that's out so far.
Right around.
What's $10 million?
You can't go wrong though. Real quick, like you can't go wrong with Smith, Chase, or Pitts. So hear me out. Like they're all real close to each other. But stop telling me that Devontae Smith can't get off the line. Stop telling me that jam coverage doesn't get him off the line. You think he wasn't jammed in the SEC by great talent? Come on, guys. Come on, it's unfair. Like now you're knocking him because you think you can't get off press coverage. Jeez.
Hell, he had to go up against Surtain every day in practice.
Just gets crazy in here when we start talking Eagles, doesn't it, fam?
It does. It's insane.
Let's get back to our predictions wise before we forget, and then we can move on to some Eagles and Sixers talk. Okay.
Rye, did you get yours real quick? Did you went right, Rye?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So we're gonna do our, what teams are in the NLCS, what teams are in the ALCS, and who's hoisting the goddamn trophy at the end of the year.
Ralphie, go. Ralphie.
Consistent at the next level. Who, Red?
Hey, real quick, are we back to only 5 teams making it from each league this year?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
5 teams, so no expanded playoffs.
Gotcha.
It's a bit of a bummer. I did kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's a bummer because the Phillies might really be able to use that.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, to be honest, that's why it's a bummer.
Yeah.
10-year 340 or 341. Sorry for Lindor.
Expected. Real quick, I know mine. Dodgers, Padres. All right, and
damn you.
This is bullshit.
And I'm gonna go the Yankees.
What, Lakers lose?
No, he took mine. He took my NLCS.
Use the same ones. Who cares?
You don't have to pick different.
You don't have to just because
I don't even have enough.
What do you mean enough? There's not a million teams going there.
No, I'm saying we can pick the same ones.
Oh yeah, of course, Thor. Pick away.
Thank you.
Actually, the American League's a little tricky too, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say man, it is really strange. I hate the Yankees, so all right. I did my NLCS. I'll wait to do the ALCS. So
oh my god, dude, you took mine.
I don't want to take anybody else's.
I was gonna wait and do mine too. Go ahead, Ralph, before someone else takes yours.
No, I'll go NLCS, Dodgers and Padres.
Dude, that's what Tom just picked.
You can't do that. That's illegal.
You can't do that,
You can't
Ralph.
do that.
That's not
All
allowed.
right, and I'll go
You're going next
Pirates.
two teams? Oh, yeah, Pirates. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Pirates.
Go ahead, Greg. You go next before Ralph says something else.
I'm going to go Dodgers Braves.
Well, I'm not going to complain, and I'm going to go Dodgers Braves as well.
In the ALCS, I'm going to go. We're going to go Rays. And we're going to go Twinkies.
Small market talk. I'll go A's. A's and Twins.
For my ALCS, I'm going to go Yankees and the Astros.
Oh, we brought props. It's like 3 jerseys in a trash can.
Did you change your shirt again?
Yeah, he changed his shirt.
I'm glad you noticed.
How many
This
fucking
is the third.
times?
This is the third cost. This is a. I had like 3. I had 3 uniforms going on.
Costumes. He almost called them costumes.
Yeah, I had like Aaron Nola.
You're literally like Chrome.
Got like Cliff Lee, and then
that,
Zach.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Harper. Yep, I have the Harper one.
Yeah.
I'll go real quick.
Fremont Lua, thank you, brother.
Thank you,
sir. I'm going to go in the NL. I'm going to go Dodgers. I want to go Dodgers Mets, but I just can't think that. I just don't believe they're going to stay healthy. I can never assume they're going to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? The Mets. They have the talent though. But I'm going to go Dodgers Padres, and then in the AL, I'm going to go with. I'm going to go Yankees.
But is it possible that, hey, Ryan?
Hello.
Is it possible that the league championship series can feature 2 teams from the same division?
Yes, Noah.
Yeah, because one would be a wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Some Deshaun Watson news, too. We'll get to after our predictions.
What?
All right, I'll go real quick. Would I be an idiot to say Angels?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go A's. Thank you.
But I mean, they're due eventually, right?
Yeah, the A's are due, and then
No, the Angels.
The Angels. I mean, I had going into it. I have the Angels as one of my wild card teams, but
I'll go Yankees A's.
I just don't know that they've ever done enough, and I didn't see it yet that they've done enough to give Trout any help.
No.
It's sad.
He's never won a playoff game, let alone series.
Like, are you guys rooting for
playoffs
them because of Trout?
Yeah, a little bit, for sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, I want greatness to get to the postseason.
You want to see, I mean, absolutely. You want to see arguably the best player of our generation at the highest level, right? You know what I mean? Playing for it all.
Does it make you not like him as much, the fact that he just wants to settle on a shitty team?
No, because the deal that he got, it's like generational type deal.
But he could have gotten that anywhere, really.
I think it says something about loyalty in today's day.
Yep.
Didn't he get like stock assets into the team too? Yeah. Stock assets to live out there, come back home whenever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame him.
All right, so everybody picked their teams. Tor, did you go?
No. I didn't have enough time to really think about it.
It's all right.
You want me to go real quick?
Sure.
Go ahead, Noah.
All right. In the American League, I got the you know what? It seems like they for some reason they go above go above expectations. Let me go Rays and Yankees in the ALCS, and in the NLCS. You know what? Well, here you go. Now, go back to 1993. Give me the Phillies and the Braves.
Wow.
Might as well just throw the Blue Jays in there in the American League.
I was going to say, where are the Blue Jays at?
Yeah,
They
where are the Blue Jays? Yeah.
I think the Blue
they're
Jays
playing in Tampa. They're playing in Tampa. Canadian border will still be closed.
AL, I'll
When
go
they play
Yankees and Angels. I'm manifesting something. NL.
Agreed, Eagle Slayer.
Dodgers. And Braves.
Okay.
Okay.
Dodgers, Yankees, New World Series. If you could take a bet, what are we betting? Who's winning?
Dodgers.
Dodgers, Yankees.
I'll take the Dodgers. I'll never bet the Yankees.
Yeah, and I also got Dodgers Yankees World Series with the Dodgers repeating as world champions.
I got Oakland and San Diego. I'll go to a little small market.
Ooh. Oh, I love how San Diego's now small market, right? Because of the way they used to be, right? After this offseason and that Tatis deal, we might have to stop calling them a small market team.
I'm going San Diego Yankees.
I mean, the Yankees should be there.
Yeah.
No, the A's never get there. They never get over the hump. So I'm just taking them for funsies just because I can't take the Yankees. I fucking hate them.
I'm over the Yankees.
If the A's beat the Yankees to get to the World Series, I'll be having so much fun. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care at that point what the Phillies are. I'm like, okay, I'll live vicariously through the A's for a month. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's so true, though. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Tom, what did you have on Deshaun?
So obviously none of the women that obviously filed suits, right? None of them have attached their name to it, right? But as of tonight, 18 massage therapists with names attached voice support for Deshaun Watson. Pro Football Talk. So the big thing is like the towel gate, right? Him wearing a towel and not like the sheets or whatever. So said Robertson of Watson, I started working with Deshaun in December 2019 after being referred to him by another therapist. He sent me a screenshot of a diagram that his head trainer, the Texans, gave him, highlighting the muscles that need to be worked on, which include the groin and hamstrings. He asked if I felt comfortable working on those areas, and I said yes, because I'm used to working on athletes, okay? During the massage, Deshaun was more comfortable using the towel than draping sheets over the table. This isn't unusual at all. I have several clients that prefer using a towel over a sheet. We began using a towel, and then it became the norm. When I saw the first lawsuit mention the towel, I chuckled because I gave him that idea. And it's not inappropriate because they teach you in massage school that using a towel is okay. Some of these accusations are ludicrous. I just can't see him doing any of those things. He never was inappropriate with me. I never felt threatened in any way. And that's just one of the 18 reports of massage therapists coming to Deshaun Watson's defense. Now, I will say this, okay? When you don't put your name to something, I'll never fucking believe it. Okay? And listen, this isn't rape, okay? Per se. It's inappropriate fucking behavior for sure, if it's true. Inappropriate is all hell, all right? But I know these women, if it's true, are victims. I totally understand that, right? But the fact that there's no reports filed in the Houston PD makes it very strange to me, because to me it smells like a money grab. When you're going civil court wise, that means you have no evidence to prove what was done. None. And I'd have to think that if 18 said he did do this shit and 18 come out and put their name on that he isn't inappropriate, I'm starting to lean towards the other 18 now, because it's just 1 + 1 = 2. Right? It just is. I'm not saying the guy, maybe he did do this stuff. But then these other women sure as hell wouldn't be coming to bat for him. They'd be saying, yeah, you know what? We smell some inappropriateness throughout our times working with him.
Well, maybe he just wasn't attracted to those masseuses. He wasn't attracted to those 18.
No, listen.
And he got boners for the other 18 that he was attracted to.
They're rubbing your fucking groin. I mean, good for you. I mean, what do you think? You can't get a little thick? You know, you're rubbing your groin. But these are pro athletes. They need this is what they need rubbed down. I mean, I'm not saying they need their dick rubbed down. I'm saying they need their groin. He's a quarterback who runs all around for his life. Of course he's going to have groin issues. I'm not saying none of it's true, because I never am going to discredit women like that. That's not how I operate. It's unfair to. What I'm saying is, if it was so true, you're going to put your name to it. okay? And you sure as hell are going to file a complaint with the Houston PD. It's just 101, guys. It's 101. Don't give me the victim card if you're not going to file a complaint through the police department. At least file a complaint. So it smells like a money grab. That's what it smells like. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. And if I am, I am more than sorry. But it just smells weird to me. It's like the Micah Parsons stuff. Like, what? Like, you putting dicks on ass? What? Like, that really is going on? And
I
there's
didn't even hear about that. What?
You're not charged? Like, there's no charges? What?
What did he do?
I'll read you off of Micah
Parsons.
Parsons.
On an ass?
Yeah, Micah Parsons stuff's really like what? Like, what are you doing, bro? This is real? Like, you're reading. You're like, wait.
I thought his thing was like smoking weed.
No, butt stuff's the new thing, Tor. I mean, butt stuff is like the new, the cat's meow.
Apparently.
Yeah, there was some hazing accusations.
Micah Parsons to
Penn
Texas.
State.
Here it is. Took their clothes off and did not return them. Told them they intended to make them their bitch because this is prison. Wrestled them and simulating a humping action while on top of them. Placed their penis in their faces while simulating ejaculation. Placed their penis on and in
this
their
sounds like a regular Tinder date, dude.
I can't place their penis in and around their buttocks. What? What?
Help me, Jesus!
I'm not trying to laugh at this stuff, but it's like you read some of this stuff and you're like, is this really true?
Somebody had to write this down. Somebody had to write this article.
You had to write that article and try not to chuckle.
I know.
Did Howie Roseman?
But think of it this way.
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is going to be
Think of it this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
If what happened involving Parsons at Penn State, if that was remotely true, all I gotta say is, what the fuck? Didn't that school learn anything from what just fucking happened 10 years ago?
That's probably where he learned it from.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Too far.
Whoa.
Nick says we need that type of energy on our defense. Oh my goodness.
I mean, we do have Cox on our defense, so I think it'll work just fine.
Dick the butt.
No, man, because nobody's going to tell you that. It just smells foul. It just smells weird. Like the guy's the biggest massage therapist. Freaking
That's the other thing. How many damn masseuses you go to, bro?
Really considering his options.
The guy's like a serial massage, like
an obsession.
Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't like even the reports I read are like, what? You didn't report that? Like, no, you didn't think that was a good idea?
No. Maybe the Patriots should sign Deshaun Watson. Him and Bob Kraft can go to massage parlors together.
Said that last week. Thank you.
It's just again, never want to discredit women until it's handled in the court of law. But there's no court of law. That's the difference. There's no court of law. So yes, it's starting to be the point where I'm going to start discrediting these sources and these women who don't want to put their name to it. Like that, like to me, like listen, if that's happening to somebody in my family that's a woman, you're putting your fucking name to it. We're taking this son of a bitch down. He's getting burned to the ground. Are you kidding me?
Especially if he's an athlete.
Even more so. And I'm going to the Houston PD. You don't want to file charges? I'll file charges for you. Come on. There's no way. There's no way. No way.
Eagle Slayer has a conspiracy theory.
He told all these women to come forward to get him out of Houston. Dude, would be clever if that. Wow. Well,
I mean, that would make sense, except no one else would want him.
Yeah, that's the only issue there.
I was thinking it could be the other way, right? It could be the Texans trying to smear it up so somebody comes in and lowballs them because we know they love lowball offers.
That makes more sense to me, yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, Bill. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I hope you're not misinterpreting the words that are coming out of my goddamn mouth. But if a family member of yours had any type of sexual assault to them, you go right to the goddamn police department. Knock it off. You don't file civil suits. Come on, guys. Civil suits equal, I just want this. That's what a civil suit is.
Right.
And
Or
if
if you go to the police, it means you want justice.
Yeah, do we want justice or do we want a payday? For groin game.
I mean, I'd prefer to have a payday out of the deal if I could.
Truth. No lies there. No lies there.
Being honest.
Just a weird situation. We'll see how it plays out. But maybe
Howie Roseman set up Watson.
Or he unset him.
Blame everything on Howie, please.
Well, no, he probably leaked it that way. He only has to give up 2 number 2s.
Oh, yeah, or he leaked the other 18 so he could sell it on his fan base. You know what I mean? Like, look at all these massage therapists coming to his defense. Now we're trading for him.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that it's like 18 and 18.
Yeah, like exact numbers.
Yeah.
We're evening out here.
Yeah, where's that 19th person? Where's she hiding at?
That's
She's gonna break the tie.
Yeah, where's she at?
Then we'll know. We shouldn't be laughing about this, but
I know, but
I don't give a shit.
same.
If you don't want us to laugh at it, go to the police department and file real fucking charges on the guy. Don't tell me you're scared to file real charges. Like, come on, dude. The guy's not a freaking serial killer that you're gonna be scared of. Go file the damn charges. And if he is, then wow.
I was gonna say, like, wait till we start digging up bodies on Watson's property.
Yeah, and
Masseuse is missing in Houston.
And we don't know. We don't know if the Kobe stuff.
I mean, come on. He's not Aaron Hernandez or Ray Caruth.
That we know of. That we know of. Or Darren Sharper, right? Is it Darren Sharper? Who's the other guy?
I don't know if Sharper murdered anybody, but I know he's in deep shit.
No, one of them was like a big-time rapist. Who was that? It was a safety for Green Bay.
That was Sharper.
Darren
Sharper. Yeah.
That was Sharper, yes.
I mean, so nobody's running from a lot of these guys are issues. You know what I mean? You're always going to have bad apples, right? But, we'll see how it plays out. But it's just, I wanted to read that off to you because it's just, now you got all these people coming to his defense, which is sort of strange, right?
Mm-hmm.
Breaking news, NFL rosters are not full of choir boys.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
I thought Noah actually had breaking news for a second.
Right.
I'm like, how's he getting? How's that getting to Noah?
So who does everybody want at 12 now?
Noah? We haven't heard this from you yet. Who's your number 1 pick at 12, realistically?
Realistically, if he's there, give me Smith.
Greg?
Jamar Chase.
How is he there?
I'm not. I know. I'm just messing.
I was gonna say, don't give me hope.
He better not be there at 6 because if he's there at 6, I'm going hunting for Howie.
Bet he's there at 6.
I mean, supposedly we're really giving Jalen Hurts a shot, right? So if we're really giving Jalen Hurts a shot here.
Since when? Last week they were trying to get up to get who? At 3.
Zack Wheeler.
No, I hear you, but let just for argument's sake, say we're giving Hurts a shot, right? Let's get him a weapon or two.
Don't disagree.
I mean, we don't have any weapons, but what's annoying is other people keep bringing up, okay, we keep drafting wide receivers. We keep drafting them, and they're not working out. So do we really just draft another one in hopes of it? Or do we, give this to a different position, which I like Surtain, because I think we need another cornerback along with Slay. But then I also am like, should we not pick a wide receiver just because we've been bad at picking them? And it's like, am I not saying that because of, you know what I mean? So, I want to say wide receiver.
I think more of the problem is the general manager that's making these picks.
Exactly.
I mean, Howie's a huge problem. Exactly. And the fact that he's running our draft again, does not – I mean, we've drafted, one Pro Bowler, I believe, since 2012?
Yep.
Or 2?
Yeah. and he's not here.
two. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Johnson and Cox. Huh?
Carson.
It's Carson Wentz. That's it.
Carson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Greg, who?
And we know how that turned out.
Yeah.
No, Tori, you're absolutely right. And I'll get to it, right? That's that internal wrestling match that you have, right? Do you take a bona fide stud in Smith if he's there, or do you say, hey, listen, we invested a whole lot of assets previously in these guys who stink. Do we pass on that guy and go a different route just because potentially we know we have all this investment already there? I don't know what they do. What I would do, I would think Smith's available. I think Parsons available, and I think all three cornerbacks are available. If it's me, I go Parsons. If it's me. I'd have no issues with Smith, and I have no issues with either of the cornerbacks. But if I'm the guy and Parsons there, I'm going Parsons.
You think all three will be there?
Well, two of the three.
Which
so you
one?
figure? I think 4 quarterbacks are going. Chase is going to the Bengals.
Wait, so you're saying you think 4 is going before 12?
For what?
Quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks, yes.
Yeah, okay. I agree. Might be 5 actually, but yes,
potentially.
I agree.
At minimum 4.
Yes.
And then you're gonna have Chase.
Yeah.
And Sewell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So that's 6. And then maybe not all 3 there. Maybe Farley jumps up or Horn jumps up because they run quick. You know what I mean? But I think we got a good shot. I think did Waddle run at their pro day?
No.
Okay. I think once Waddle runs, everyone's going to get a boner for Waddle, and he might jump up. I don't necessarily, I don't have any issues with Waddle. I don't know. I would take him over Smith. So I'm going to go Parsons.
Ralph.
But to your point, sorry, Ralph. To your point, there's a very good chance we watch Surtain get drafted by the Cowboys.
I don't think they do.
No?
Nope. I think they would reach on Farley or they would take Horn. Like, in my opinion, they just took Diggs from Bama, who was his running mate, obviously 2 years ago.
Right.
So I don't know. It would be a little odd to go like. Just me, like you're going to go 2 corners from the same school back to back. I don't know. That's a little odd to me. I feel like the Cowboys are known to reach, and I think Farley is like that perfect reach for them.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because you're absolutely right.
They could go tight end, Greg. Like if Pitts is there, they could go Pitts if he falls to that spot.
Yeah, I think there's a chance they go offensive line. I think they're going to take Slater, to be honest.
Sean Slater, yeah.
It could. I'm just setting myself up for. I'm like playing Tory in my mind at this point, right? I'm setting myself up for us to be sitting there at like 10, and Surtain's still there, and then here comes the Cowboys, and it's just like, oh, there's a kick in the dick, like, oh,
Yeah, Greg, I can't agree.
Just like last year.
I think out of Parsons, Smith, Surtain, even Pitts, like somebody's going to be there. I'm just giving everybody a heads up. Like one of these guys is going to be there. They're not all going, and I'll put my whole reputation on this. If the Atlanta Falcons take Kyle Pitts at 4, he will be the biggest bust in NFL history, and you can write it the fuck down. All right, write it down. I don't agree with Brian Wilson too often, but he's never been more right about tight ends in the top 10. Always fail. They never live up to what as is expected of them. It's just the way it is. I don't know why. And people are saying, "Oh, he's not a tight end." Well, he's still a tight end though. Like he is. That's what his position is. I know he's a freak, but he's not the first tight end to be a freak. You know what I mean? That's been drafted in the top 10. I think it's better for Kyle Pitts to fall out of the top 10, honestly. And then I think he has a monster career.
But does nobody think that at 12 that Howie's going to reach and pick a player that we're not even talking about?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's what I was
that would happen.
Yeah,
where a
I
name
don't care
like
if he
Rondale
pick any of these people we're talking about, but he's going to go and pick someone nobody fucking wants, and that's the problem.
I'm completely waiting for Gregory Rousseau to be drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Or a linebacker that isn't Micah Parsons.
Or Kwity Paye from Michigan.
I actually like Kwity Paye.
But I don't see us taking Kwity Paye or Rousseau or Rondale Moore. That's what.
Ralph, two things.
Dude,
Ralph.
they might accidentally call my name. Who knows?
Ralph, two things. One, did Andre Drummond just get hurt?
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Oh my
other
God.
one.
Oh my God.
The empire has fallen.
Back to work. Isn't that what he said, right? Back to work.
Yeah.
He brought his
You
lunch
hate
pail.
to see
Oh
it.
my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then who's your number one option, Ralphie? Realistically,
If he's still there, it's Smith. If he's not there, it's Parsons.
Frank.
If they're there at 6, I've seen some of the mock drafts. I do think we have a shot at getting Kyle Pitts. I like Kyle Pitts, but if he's not there, I'll probably go with Devontae Smith. But there's also a part of me that wants Micah Parsons as well, and with that, I have to go.
You did pick one though, Frank. You gave us 3 names.
Yeah.
Before you go, you gotta lock in on one.
Smith. I'm going with Smith.
Okay.
Realistically, it's going to be Smith.
Is it?
Done deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on that note, I will see you all next week. I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter. And
Go Phillies.
and a new show on Friday, the Money Pot podcast. It will be on Fridays at 10:30. So it's going to be awesome.
Yes, sir. Win some money, peeps.
Nice plug. Good job, Frank.
Thank you.
I'm going to go 13. 13 is my number one at 12. Then I'll go.
Oh, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Then I'll go Smith Parsons. But the guy I've wanted this whole time has been 13 with a side of Smith. So I'm staying there. I think he can get there. I really do. I think there's a chance he could get to 12. Thanks, Jay. I'm mentally prepared for how to screw up another draft. I'm still pissed that we didn't take DK Metcalf and took JJ. I'm not even mad about that one. I'm mad about Justin Jefferson. I always will be.
If he's there, I'm going Surtain. If he's not, just somebody who I know will be there, I'll go JC Horn.
I just can't wait till all these players are there, and we don't pick them.
I just think he's a 12. Shit.
Horn?
Yeah.
Would you here's the thing, because I understand that, Tom, and like I said, he's my second cornerback just because, and it's not even just based off of him, it's because I don't touch Farley with the injury. A lot of people earlier were saying, like when we originally asked the question, hey, we should trade back to like 15, get another couple picks, then take somebody. Would you, if they traded back to 15 and they took Horn or Kwity Paye or another guy that's, kind of the second tier level player, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night.
See you now.
And ladies.
No, if they drop back to 15, you go with that?
Huh?
If they drop back to 15, would you be good with that?
Fuck no.
There we go. Okay. Have a good night, Noah.
Thank you, Noah.
Yeah, right back at you. Yep.
Swear to God, like
Tori, Ryan, Ralph, Tom, Greg, have a great evening.
See you, brother.
Yep, I'll see you guys next week.
This is the stuff that wears me out right here. Like, I like Adam Kaplan. I got a ton of respect for Adam Kaplan, but what the fuck do I give a shit what Adam Kaplan says? Yeah, honestly, like I don't care. Like to me, JC Horn is a guy who's jumped boards here, right? And that always worries me, right? He was a late first round pick coming into this whole thing, and maybe an early second, and now he's jumping boards to be taken at 12. Come on, guys, like, come on. I mean, it's a little bit of a reach. It's a little bit. It's a tiny bit. There's more talent there, but like, okay, if you traded back and got more assets and got him at 15, fine. I guess I can wrap my head around it. I'm not gonna be mad about it. You know what I mean? But I'm not taking Horn over 13. I think that's crazy.
No, God, no. Anybody who wants that's outlandish.
I know.
He'll probably be doing a show tomorrow night, right?
Who? Oh, yeah.
Even with I like to move back to 12. I still have reservations as to who's picking, right? So that's always going to weigh there. So I just think the further you continue to drop, regardless of what assets you're else picking up, it furthers the chance to miss. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily disagree with that premise, right? Because then you're right. Because then guys like Kwity Paye, Gregory Rousseau, some of these guys come back into play, just like Parsons, Pitts, Surtain potentially came back into play when we jump back to 12. So yeah, they come back into play at 15, and it makes you feel all a little better. But again, just like the contracts, are we just robbing Peter to pay Paul? Why don't we just stick finally at 12 and call it a day?
Why don't we stick at 6? That's what I would have liked.
Yeah, it would have been nice. I think 6 was a more of how we screw up, less of an option.
Yeah.
But that's
now,
just me.
Is there a chance now? I know we talked about it on Monday. Because if they do this, they don't have to touch those future picks, the projected 3 firsts next year. Is there a chance if they really like somebody at 9, they try and trade back up? Because you know what I'm saying? You don't have to give up that first rounder, obviously. Move up 3 spots.
I think at that point anything's on the board, right? You've already shown that you're willing to wheel and deal. So
the reason why I asked that's because all the the leaks coming out of the building is that they know the reason why they wanted to go back to 12 is because they think they know exactly how the first 11 picks are going to pan out, which I think is friggin' ridiculous. Because if one team trades up into the top 10, the entire order is completely upside down.
Yeah. Shakes up everything.
Yeah,
Nobody knows how this board's going to fall.
But I think, while I don't agree with them, I think their premise is fine. Like I think you can. I think we just named off the first 6 anyway, right? 4 quarterbacks, Jamar Chase and Penny Sewell are probably in any order your first potential 6-7 picks. Throwing aside a Kyle Pitts if you want to, right? And you might have it. So I think there's a reasonable suspicion that they are able to, come to a close understanding as to who is going to be available. I think you're absolutely right in saying I think they're absolutely crazy to think that they know exactly how it's going to play out.
What's out of the draft? I'm not talking, and I'm not directing this. Yeah, I'm not directing it at you at all, Greg. It's like we're a month out of the draft.
Well, that's Howie puffing his chest, being the greatest GM in the history of GMs.
Well, I think that's why we're all afraid, because it's like, okay, this guy's going to puff, but he honestly believes the stuff he's spewing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What a shock that Howie and this organization think they're the smartest people around. Nothing new there.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
No, I'll ask you guys the same question I asked Tom and Ralphie on Monday.
Yeah, on Monday.
And we kind of touched on this, a minute ago, but who's the one pick that is like the Howie reach pick that you're afraid of at 12? That like he's not even close to being on our boards or our radar, but you could see them flying up and taking him.
Waddle's
a good one.
Okay.
Waddle's a good one.
I said Gregory Rousseau.
Gregory Rousseau's a really good one.
I was thinking Waddle because it's kind of like last year where everyone wanted all these wide receivers, and then it's like, oh, cool, we got the one no one really wanted to get.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool, we got a wide receiver, not the one we wanted to get.
I'm going to go Jeremiah Owusu-Kamaroa.
Linebacker from Notre Dame.
The linebacker that isn't Micah Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
That would be real crazy if they did pick a linebacker, but not the number 1.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense, because I don't even know the fuck he is. So.
Yeah.
And he's a 3-namer, Tom. You know how we love 3-namers here.
Yeah.
Christian Darrisaw.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, Ralphie, something did come out. I took a
Greg Rousseau's a great one, though. He's absolutely a great one. Damn you, Ralph, you stole mine.
Yeah, you can't use the same ones, Ralphie. This was on Twitter. It's from one. It might have been freaking Adam Kaplan. Who knows?
Everything's on Twitter.
Yeah. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. He says the Philadelphia Eagles plan on keeping Andre Dillard heading into the 2021 NFL season. Dillard was one of the few names that came up in possible trade talks early this season. Looks like the Eagles plan on giving the. He's the fanboy.
I know, but like, I thought you would have let that go by now.
That's my boy.
Oh
He can't. Nah, he was hurt all year.
He's massaging the groins, the hamstrings.
Okay, Deshaun Watson.
I mean,
I'm over Dillard, dude.
I want Andre Dillard here. I want Andre Dillard to play.
Yeah, I can't be over Andre Dillard because he's a first-round pick.
I don't want Jordan Mailata starting, so people can get mad at me all they want. Jordan Mailata starts, you might as well just count your quarterback to be dead by week 4.
But Tom, he used to play rugby.
He's a specimen. He can run fast.
But we have a factory of quarterbacks anyway.
We did.
we should give him the ball on offense.
Oh, here you go.
That's what we should do.
Here you go.
I can't.
People can listen. Agree to disagree. Right?
You're gonna like this one. Look at the tape. Look at the tape, Tom. Remember that? Remember those talks?
Mr. Wing, do me a favor about that tape. Okay, because that same tape, Andre Dillard coming out of college was the best pass blocker in the country. Okay? Best pass blocker in the country coming out of college. So, yeah, if you want to watch tape, that's factual information right there. Factual. What's a cold take, Connor? That Dillard should be our starting tight end? I mean, our starting left tackle? And see if he can play? I don't understand, guys. You got to let him play.
You traded up in the first round to get him. You have to let him play. You think it's a cold take all you want, but it's the right take.
Listen, the best thing for Jordan Mailata is to be that Swiss Army knife backup. That makes our team better. That makes our offensive line better. And it gives us some breathing room if guys do go down.
Vitae. We need him to end up being Vitae.
I don't know what being the same age does. I mean, like, you have to allow your first round pick to get a chance. To say he stinks, I think, is unfair. Because, like, you're just saying he stinks. Like, he hasn't played enough to know that.
He hasn't played at all.
I think he's played 3 games. Like, you need to see what you have, guys.
Yep.
Like, I understand. I'm not Mr. Andre Dillard. Ryan knows this. Ralph knows this. But you have to let him play. Now, like last year, whatever. Now, this year, you have to let him play.
Isn't this season all about figuring out who, like, the young guys are on our roster? Like, we're not saying, hey, we want Rager and Whiteside and Fulgham and Ward and Quez Watkins and Dillard to play because we enjoy that. It's
our
like,
roster
hey,
is sad.
Well, it's a bunch of question marks. But, like, to Tom's point, it's like, can we figure out, like, say we have, I mean, we probably have 20 question marks, but let's say
it's not even question marks. Like, J-Jaw's a no.
Yeah, but I need him to listen. He sucks. Okay, you know this. He sucks. But, like, listen, I'm not even going to talk about Arthur White Sox. He sucks. But, like, everyone else, okay, take him out. Take Umbrella out of this. It's like, can we just figure out who some of these young guys are? Because, like, can we get 2 of these guys to end up being good? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if we just quit on them all now, it's a lot of first, second, third round picks we're quitting on.
Yep, absolutely.
Tom, what did you say?
This comment right here.
Everybody's just triggering me tonight. Everybody's just flat out fucking triggering me tonight.
And you started off so positive with the Phillies making the postseason.
Well, that's what the Eagles do to us now.
There's people like nobody listens to me, and I'm loud, so I don't know how you don't listen to me. I don't understand. Like, I don't mix words. I'm pretty honest. I'm not Mr. Andre Dillard, but he has to play over fucking Jordan Mailata. My goodness gracious! And if he stinks, then go play Mailata. I know he cried. I crush him for crying.
I know he cried.
Jesus, goodness gracious. I mean, Elijah Moore, Jordan Mailata. This is the Eagles fan base. This is you guys. You guys put these dumbass thoughts in your general manager's fucking head. So it's nonstop.
You're enabling him.
A 7th round pick. We want playing left tackle. Are you guys okay? And yes, I did watch the tape. He was okay. He was okay. That's it. Milano was okay. But you have to give a guy who was rated the best pass blocker coming out of college in a pass-happy Pac-12 an opportunity to play. That's all they do in the Pac-12 is throw the fucking football.
Yep.
So
especially Washington State.
Yeah, they don't run the ball. So give him a chance. If he stinks, then we know. But like Ryan said, we've talked about this a million times. I want to see every first round, second round pick play, including Umbrella Boy. If you're on this roster, I want you getting snaps.
Yep.
And we don't know that, though. We don't know it. How are we going to say a guy's a wasted pick and we haven't seen him? They talk to me after 17 games, and then he very well could be a wasted pick.
Tom, hasn't he played the same amount of games as Jalen Hurts?
Who, Dillard?
Yeah.
It's possible.
Four. Or
No,
3.5.
I think he's only played 3.
So he's played less games than Jalen Hurts.
Here comes Daddy.
Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy, how many games did you take no ice cream after?
Yeah. How many snaps?
All 3 so far.
How many sacks did he give up, Ralphie?
I got to look that up.
Please find
you
that
know
one.
that.
You should have that on your refrigerator.
You don't have that tattooed on you?
His stat line.
I love all you guys out. Like, Mr. Wing, I love you. You know what I mean?
Mr. Wing, I love you.
I do. I love everybody. Everybody knows this. I can't tell you guys all enough. It's agree to disagree radio. It's built for disagreements that are fair. Like, you know what I mean? That are reasonable. Like, reasonable disagreements. Not like a 7th round rugby player starting left tackle in the most important position in the National Football League outside of quarterback. No, I need to see the guy that I traded up for to see if he can fucking play or if he needs a tissue. That's what I need to see. And if he needs a tissue, then bye, girl, bye. I'll be the first to run him out of town if you don't know me by now. Oh, my God. Brian Baldinger. I don't care about Brian Baldinger. I don't care. You guys tell me about Adam Kaplan and Brian Baldinger. I care what I see. I don't use other people's thought process. I use my own, and I'm wrong plenty.
That's
but I use my own. All right? I don't go listen to other people's podcasts and be like, oh, my God, you hear what Kaplan said? I love Adam Kaplan, but I'm not going to blow none of these guys. I know sports. Huh. I've been studying sports since the womb. I know sports. I don't need anybody else's help for it.
Tom, we have a bet.
Who's he saying is a Pro Bowler?
My Lotta.
Oh, my God.
I'll make it 500. Make it 5. We're really comparing Tom Brady to Jordan Mailata right now, guys? Is that what we're doing, Ethan? That's what you thought would be a good conversation right now? To compare Jordan Mailata to fucking Tom.
I need to go for a walk.
Let me show you guys something, okay? Because this is how you raise your fucking kids.
Taking a 12 pass.
Jones goes to the end zone. Oh, what a catch! Devontae Smith, touchdown, Alabama. Holy cow!
I think it's my son.
Okay, this is jaw-dropping. Yeah, you don't even know what to say sometimes. Rush 5. Jones behind the defense again. Devontae Smith. Nobody can cover him. They've tried a couple of different defenders. To no avail. That time behind London Craft for an Alabama touchdown. Design roll to the right on 1st and goal, and he throws to the pylon, and it is caught for another touchdown by Devontae Smith.
That's all he does is catch touchdowns.
Devontae Smith is going to push the route into the end zone, and he's expecting the football right at the front pylon. Both feet in, only needs one. Smith set to the left, tight formation. Jones flips it to him. Devontae headed for the end zone, and Alabama back on top. As Smith.
He's waving the pom-pom.
Yo, he was like glued into that.
I know, man.
He was crying like 5 seconds before that. Lennon was like playing some stupid star shit. I don't even know what it was. And he wasn't, He wasn't having it. I said, let me
Stupid
try
baby
something.
shit.
Let me try something. And he was like, and then it was like Smith at the pylon. His eyes went like this.
I was telling Tom when he sent it to me the other night, all you see at like the 31-second mark, once it says Smith hit the pylon, you just see his hand go up like this.
Oh, that was so cute.
And like, I think what I'm saying to you guys is like watch stuff yourself, make your own decisions. Like, it's okay to use other people that you really trust to, like, I don't know, like make you feel like you're right? Like, this isn't a shot at Kaplan. This isn't a shot at any of these guys who do a phenomenal job, right? But Kaplan isn't going off somebody else's thought process. He's going off his own. You know what I mean?
You can also find anyone to probably agree with yours, too. Like, if you go out there looking for other people's opinion, I'm sure you can find people to back up how you feel.
Exactly. And that's all I'm saying to people. Like, have your own thought process. And if you want to say, like, oh, well, this guy thinks the same way I do, then so be it. There's a lot of guys that do a great job out there. So, you know, I'm a big Adam Kaplan fan, but I'm just saying, like, I don't listen to other people to get my opinion, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You create your own opinion, and then you hear what other people say, and you say, maybe I'm way off here. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, not the other way.
Tom, serious question. Was that the first highlight tape Cass ever watched?
Yeah.
Oh, Smith needs to be the pick then. Like, this is like storybook.
I can't wait in 25 years you're gonna say we almost got him, but then the Cowboys got him and he walked all over us for 15 years.
Like, if he comes here and he's like legit, like how we all expect him to be, or most of us expect him to be, like, that storybook, being like, oh, that was the first highlight film I ever watched. You know what I'm saying?
That would be cool.
That needs to be the pick. I'm like Chrome right now with like the Disney storylines. Like, that's a Disney movie.
It is. Like, the dude was locked in the freaking Smith. I love Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And we'll show him some other tape. You know, we'll watch some other highlights moving forward.
Show him Waddle.
13 next week. No, he'll start crying at Waddle.
Yeah, like, I mean, all these guys, it's just their opinions.
Oh, some people aren't gonna like that.
Yeah, I stay out of this stuff.
Some people are gonna be very
just
upset.
here to post the comments.
I'm just here to go off with the prompter.
Yep, we didn't say it. Listen, there's names down there. It wasn't us.
I cannot.
I couldn't agree more. I think Devontae Smith, when it's all said and done, and I know this is like a hot take, but I think the guy's a gold jacket guy. I said it on Monday. I felt good saying it. I just do. I have a lot of faith in this kid. I do. I don't know why.
Why is it a hot take though, Tom? He was a Heisman Trophy winner as a wide receiver. Why is that a hot take?
I guess because he's 170 and people seem to think that, like, that's the end all be all. So
because he can't have 2 milkshakes and a Big Mac and he can't get heavier. Like, my God.
Yeah, I mean, Joe did.
A lot of guys did.
Flacco?
Joe Embiid was like $130.
Flacco.
What'd you say, Flacco?
She said Flacco? Flacco got heavier?
It's going to be so fun this season. I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait either. Let me tell you.
Listen, if he gets on this field during the season, it's going to be a real problem.
It's going to happen.
What's the chances Joe Flacco comes on and actually talks to me? What's the chances of that this year?
2%.
2?
You know what? We need to make it happen.
I'm going to say I'm feeling real positive. I'm going to go 11%.
25.
25. Greg?
I think there's a good shot he does it. I'm going to go 55%.
What else does he have to do? The fuck?
Nothing. He's got like 27 kids, so.
Yeah.
I think he's going to want to do a little PR tour. And
I don't know. His press conference the other day, he really didn't seem to give a fuck what people thought about him. He straight up was like,
you can't be in the NFL if you give a crap what people think about you.
He dead ass was like, yeah, people text me for tickets. I just ignore them. Like,
wait, Greg, say that again, Greg.
So you can't be in the NFL if you care about what people think about you.
Well, I guess
you can't be in a lot of businesses if you care about what people think about you.
I guess Rager's not going to make it then.
No, Rager's never going to make it.
Why not?
For a lot of reasons, by the way.
Yeah.
Listen, I like Joe, but Joe is like talking to Joe would probably be like watching paint dry. So, you you're not gonna get like great quotes. Like, oh, that was groundbreaking.
No, I kind of liked his quotes in the press conference though, because you could just tell he didn't give too many fucks.
Typical South Jersey guy. Quick responses.
I didn't even realize he did a presser.
Joe's a good dude. Like, I'll say that.
You know who was in there? Bill Middlebrook was like tearing him apart in the chat. It was hilarious.
Like, Joe's a really good dude, though. Like, that, I can't say that enough. Like, I break his balls and I break, and we have fun with some stuff. But like overall, he's a down to earth, really good guy. Like, you know what I mean? And nobody will ever take that away from him. He needs
to get on the show that is from his town.
I've offered this for 6 years. 6 years. I'm friends with all his friends. Maybe we got to try again. Maybe people got to go in his DMs. Listen, Wilson claims they're best friends, so get him on. You know what I mean? He knows you so well.
There's a lot of love affair with Wilson.
Yeah, I did play with Joe.
Look at the name of this guy, Tom Cellmate.
Yeah,
is that like after the Eagles draft a quarterback? Is that
I
like
think
that's what's happening? Or Tom on Facebook right now.
Oh,
one of the two.
I know. I think he's talking about the draft.
Yeah, like he's alluding to, he's projecting.
He's
when we draft Justin Fields.
36, Kyle. Future starter.
Is that Flacco's burner?
No, I would love to talk to Joe, right? And I would love to tell him, all right, he did overthrow me sometimes.
Hey, Joe, let's just get this out of the way now. But do you remember 4th and 3?
I feel like I helped
West effort.
Like, I feel like playing with me helped Joe. It got Joe ready for Ray Lewis.
That's the question too, right? After you get into the overthrows, be like, Joe.
He said I got Joe ready for
getting up in your grill, prepare you for the NFL.
Audubon.
He's gonna be like, you know what, Tom? Every time I look at Ray Lewis, I thought of you. Every time.
Check your pulse. Get out of my huddle. That get you ready for the next level.
How did that affect you?
Were you at any point afraid?
I remember that play.
Oh my god.
No, like me and Joe never had a bad relationship at all.
Yeah.
I just break Audubon people's balls, because it becomes like a freaking cult following.
Yeah.
Ralphie goes, yeah. Like you were there. I didn't want to catch that. Ralph's like,
oh yeah, definitely heard it.
It's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, they were the best of friends.
Does everybody want Flacco on here? You know how you get Flacco on here? Everybody go tweet at him. That's how you get him on here.
Is he on Twitter?
I'm sure he is.
I'm sure
Daddy runs.
right. I'm sure he's a hit on Twitter.
I'm sure. He's bag fun.
He's on Twitter.
I'm sure he posts a lot of memes.
Big meme guy. I found him. Oh, I found him.
Guess who his first share is? I can't.
Yeah, I know.
I can't.
I can't.
Hold on. Don't say it.
Fucking can't.
I know.
Well, I'm gonna deduct that to 3%.
You're gonna
his DMs are closed, so
we're gonna kiss Giovanni's in.
Oh no! Oh, full circle! No! I gotta go. Oh no!
His DMs aren't open, but I'm saying everybody tweets
I'm
at
tweeting
him.
them right now.
Oh my! Just can't escape it, Tom.
Nah.
I know.
Where's Connor Miles to use somebody when you need him?
Yep, they're following us. They're on to us, Tom.
You can't. I tweeted him. That should do it.
Book it next week.
Influencer talk.
You know what? Next week we're getting Lenny Dykstra and Joe Flacco.
Oh my god!
I would kill to talk to Lenny. Oh my god.
He follows me on Twitter now.
Yeah, everybody saw that.
Oh.
Did he ask you? Never mind.
He said hashtag would.
Jesus Christ.
Would what?
He's not a wood.
What do you think you said wood for?
Yeah,
I
stop
don't
it.
know.
Are you serious?
Tori.
Ask him. It's gonna be how many crack pipes he's broken over the last 5 years. That'll be my first question.
Wait, did you see what my cousin?
Ask him if he's digging in a dumpster for his dentures recently.
Ew. Wait, my cousin Mark commented on his Facebook, and then I posted it. It was a picture. It was this picture, right? And my cousin Mark wrote, "How many innocent crack rocks were laid to rest that night?"
Probably a whole lot.
And that's what I tweeted. And then somebody tagged Lenny in it. I was like, Jesus.
Tori,
Trying to like be under the radar with that.
Tori, tweet at Lenny right now, just saying, would what? Question
Should
mark.
I?
Say, Lenny, you want to come on the show for 5 minutes?
No, I did DM him earlier. He hasn't answered me.
Ask for money. Watch.
He's absolutely going to ask for money.
What?
Yeah. He ain't coming on here for free. He going to want money. He's fucking
Fuck that.
These losers. Love watching Lenny play, but he's a train wreck.
I used to mimic his batting stance and everything. Playing Little League.
Yeah, I thought about mimicking the steroids in Little League, but go a different way, all natural.
I remember the first time I ever.
I wasn't even a lefty either. I was doing it from the right side. I had the hunch, get the finger wag.
Tom, I don't even know if you remember this. The first time, the same day I met you, I was there and I was watching the show as you, Noah, and Wills, and you guys were talking about how far you would go to cheat in sports. And for like an hour, you were talking about doing steroids. You were doing like you guys were calling like the great steroid debate. And you guys came back to the conclusion that you wouldn't do it because in this day and age, you would get caught. In the 90s, you would do it because you wouldn't get caught.
Yeah. Oh, in the 90s, it would be Needle City.
So much integrity.
It's fair though. It's
no. I mean, it's not off base. It's not off base.
Yeah.
I try and cheat playing dice with my family.
Dice.
Just like, come on.
What, does that mean I got to watch you cheat on the golf course now? Like,
no, I don't cheat there. I don't cheat there.
But you cheat in dice.
Cheat dice. I don't actually count it though. I just move the dice and then I go back.
I cheated. Never mind. I'm talking about cheating in dice.
I should have cheated. I wouldn't have shot a shitty round on Tuesday.
Hey, Greg, are you ever coming back to New Jersey?
We'll see.
I think you've retired. There.
Yeah, I told Greg before. I said, you will never see me again.
I wish.
Yeah.
You're dead.
My parents are rubbing it in there. It was like 9 before the rainstorm came today. Yeah. It was like 95 degrees. My parents were in the pool. I'm just making lunch. Had to go back. I'm like, nice seeing you guys. Glad you guys are nice and retired.
Hear that, Tori?
That's
they
amazing.
Had a rainstorm today.
They got the life.
Yeah, they had a rainstorm.
Yeah, we had a rainstorm all day.
We had a torrential downpour.
It knocked out our power for a little bit.
That rain sucked.
Got a little nervous.
It sucks in Delco. Wait, Ralphie, you live in Delco, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan?
No, God, no. No.
Why do I always think you're Delco? I do.
That's an insult.
I'm not Delco.
I always think you're Delco, though.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, no. Sorry to all the Delcoians. No, I'm not in Delco.
Oh, yeah, you're down
South Jersey.
Seaside or
pound that like button. Pound that like button. If you haven't hit the subscribe, please do so. We can't thank you guys all enough for your support. I don't think they trade. They're not gonna trade all these first. They would trade 2 and Hurts. That's what they would do. Like they're not getting more than 2 firsts for Watson. So you give him a first next year and you give him a first in 20.
Definitely not now.
No, you're not giving this year's first. No. Nope.
Dude, I would take Watson now.
In a Lenny Dykstra cocaine heartbeat, I would.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Absolutely take Watson.
I like the guy.
I'd have taken him even if we had Carson. See ya.
MVP Carson?
Deshaun Watson's better.
You really?
Then who? Sorry.
Carson.
MVP Carson.
Yeah, Watson's better.
I also agree.
I feel like in the MVP Carson year, everyone hated Deshaun. And now everyone's like crowning Deshaun.
Who hated Deshaun?
And everyone. Like, I don't know names, but it was just like the consensus of Philly was always like, oh, he's overrated. He's not Carson.
Yeah, about everybody that's not our own.
Yeah, I guess so.
But like the thing is like we didn't know, like coming out of college, you didn't know, besides him just being a winner, how he would translate. Like, is it Vince Young? Like, what are you getting, right? And he's shown that not only can he be a winner, he loves massages.
Does love his massages.
Don't we all?
I know where to go with that.
But you're absolutely right, Tom. I mean, outside of being an absolute pure winner, there was questions about his ability to be quarterback. And very quickly in his tenure in the NFL, he put all those questions to bed.
I mean, yeah, I like the guy.
Absolutely.
Would.
Would
what? I do want to read you guys a quick stat on this.
Oh boy.
Just to add to the fun, you know what I'm saying? So the Bucs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl defending champions, they brought back Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, Levante David, Shaq Barrett, Rob Gronkowski, and Ndamukong Suh at a projected $33.25 million of combined 2021 cap space. Or in other terms, that's $600,000 less than the Eagles' dead cap hit for Colts quarterback Carson Wentz.
Wow.
That's about right.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds wonderful.
Deflating.
Yeah. So that, yeah. And that's real.
And April 29th is going to come, and Howie's going to reach on a pick.
And Tom's going to go to the Nola Care complex.
We're doomed.
Oh, we better not take a quarterback. We better not draft a quarterback.
I still think we might.
If Trey Lance is sitting there at 12, you don't think he's getting picked?
I hear you, Greg.
That's what I said.
I completely agree with you, Tom. There's no shot in hell we should. I'll warm up the car, and that way you could do videos as we're driving over there.
Yeah.
But you can't, if he's sitting there, you can't
what?
Imagine Howie picking him.
First off, Joe Giglio. I need to help Joe. I need to help my buddy Joe.
Oh.
Because, when you're off base, you're fucking off base. It's that simple. Hear this out for a second, okay, guys? Let me pull it back up.
Twitter's Tom's at a war with Twitter right now. I feel like he's just scrolling. He's just scrolling
furiously.
Nobody has a fucking clue anymore. This is what I'm learning. Francisco Lindor is a great player, but $341 million is overpay. Giving that kind of money to a shortstop, especially one that's good, not a special hitter. Shut up, dude. Into his late 30s is a goofy way to spend money. Dude, he's 27 years old. He's 27 years old. What are you talking about? And they say he's, especially a good one, not a special hitter. I tend to disagree on how good of a hitter Francisco Lindor is. Did he have a below average year last year? Sure. But overall, Francisco Lindor can swing it. Are we really having this conversation?
He's an absolute pimp.
I can't believe it. He's 27, so you're paying him till he's 37. What'd he do? What'd he do? That's what you do.
And I'm sure there's outs in that contract.
Greg, he's a .310 career major league hitter. So where's the good? Where's the good? Oh, he's just good, not a really good hitter. What are you talking about, bro?
In Cleveland. You know how cold it is in Cleveland in March and April? What do you think LeBron always left? There's nothing to do in Cleveland.
Don't say that name in front of Ralphie. It's a tough subject right now.
That's why I brought it up.
Good point.
We're paying a right fielder goofy money till he's 40, essentially, but that's okay. That's not a goofy way to spend money, though. Fuck out of here. Oh, my God. I can't.
Philly Sports Batters. I don't know if he's the best shortstop. We have a really good crop of shortstops right now in the majors. He's definitely in the conversation, though. You're absolutely right on that. But it's tough. It's tough to pick the best when you got the likes of Correa. Jesus, I'm blanking on the World Series MVP, Corey Seager. Corey Seager, Tatis. There's a great one. Thank you, Anthony Parker. There's so many good ones. Lindor's absolutely in that conversation. 3 o'clock, Eagle Slayer.
3 o'clock, baby.
It's officially today, by the way. It's officially opening day.
Yeah, opening day.
Dansby Swanson had a good year. Let's see if he can back it up to absolutely Trey Turner. There you go. Another good one. I almost feel like we're back in the late 2000s when we were watching Nomar, A-Rod. You know what I mean? We were back in that round of watching those shortstops just absolutely dazzle us. Trevor Story, another great one.
I love Story, man. Love Story. You think he could get dealt
Absolutely.
this year?
Absolutely.
So?
Yeah. He was always
Freddie Galvis. Jeez.
Trevor Story was always one of those sneaky names I thought the Phillies would be in play with before they got Didi, right? Even last year, just because you knew Colorado was going to go into a rebuild at some point, and you hope that Trevor Story was going to be a part of that. I still think he could be had. But, I mean, we have Scott Kingery, so I don't think we would give up too much because, we'd have to make sure that Scott Kingery's got a place to play. Xander Bogaerts, absolutely another one.
Yeah, another one.
I mean, there's pimps all over the place.
Most disappointing thing is when you get excited for the Phillies, then don't play on Friday.
Well, then they don't play. That's always the opening day.
I don't, with the friggin', not to sound like a meteorologist, but with the weather coming in on Friday, even if they'd had a schedule game for Friday, I don't think they're playing.
Like a meteorologist.
Yeah. I don't think
they're
playing
for the weather.
Yes, and that's the weather at 2:26.
But I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Yes.
Yeah.
As Uncle Sweeps also did point out, my hatred for – it actually wasn't my hatred for Derek Jeter that forgot me to say his name, but yes, that guy also played during that time period. Yeah.
You hate Jeter?
I do hate Jeter.
Really?
Just because of Yankees?
Yeah.
Oh, just – okay. It's nothing about him. So, like, if he was on the friggin' Twins, he
wouldn't be a Hall of Famer.
Quick with that.
Damn. I mean, he was ready. Thank you, Omar.
I think it's a pretty good fact that if he was on any other team but the Yankees, he's probably not as good as he was.
Omar says, all you guys provide hours of entertainment on YouTube every week. Glad I found you guys. The draft last year led me.
Thank you, Omar.
Omar, thank you, brother. Yeah, where are you chiming in from?
I'm sure you'll get a lot of more stuff from this year's draft.
28 days away, baby. 28 days away from either clapping and having fun. Or,
no fun will be had.
Or another heartbreak night on round 1.
I can't wait.
I can't wait too. I'm so excited.
I know.
For Howie to fuck this up.
I know.
I was just in Dallas, Killeen, Texas. Nice.
You were just in Dallas?
Yeah.
Why?
Work.
Nice.
Living your best life over here. Jet setter.
Hey.
That says nice. Last question I have. We think they're winning tomorrow? I mean, I know Torrey's already counting losses.
Yeah, I think we win tomorrow.
I think we go into the season with a big old loss.
Jesus, Tor.
Jeez.
I know.
And I say tomorrow, in how many hours?
Can we be happy for at least 30 seconds, please?
Oh, I'm happy.
Please.
I'm happy.
Hey, listen, it's one game out of 162. You would love your ace to come out and get off to a great start, right? And sort of shut this lineup down a little bit tomorrow and have a lot more confidence and go to your bullpen and start the season off the right way. So I'm going to say that they beat them tomorrow.
Nice.
Tommy speaking it into existence.
Ryan.
The exact game plan of what we need, right? Oh, let's go.
Betting wise, they're giving us a 1 run and a half.
Yeah, that's every game.
I think we cover that. But we don't win. Yeah,
that's the way you bet baseball. There's the run line, the money line.
Greg. Thanks, Greg.
Every game there's a run and a half.
Not every game.
Yeah.
In baseball?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yep.
How?
Because very rarely do you bet the run line.
Just
You
like
take the money line.
I'm
Just like
betting the
hockey.
run. I'm betting. the
You
run.
get good odds
Yeah, that's why I don't bet hockey either.
at times.
NFC East beast. I know they won Harper's first year opening day. I don't know. I don't remember. Did they win last year's opening day?
I don't even remember last.
I don't remember anything about last season. That's the weird thing.
They definitely won 2 years ago because I was there.
Tom, the one thing you mentioned, well, I mean, not the only thing you mentioned I agree with, but like to be able to say only one game out of 162, it actually feels right again because like last year, it was like every game, if they lost, it was like a panic spree. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, where are we going to make this up? Now it's like, okay, if we lose tomorrow, like there's going to be panic because it's what we do, but it's like we have 161 more. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Lose
got to win the
tomorrow,
first
just
one.
Relax. A lot of games left. You know.
Let's go get a win and get this.
Yep.
Do a good.
Go get a win, and hopefully the bullpen closes the deal tomorrow.
I'm going dub as well. Let's get a dub.
Yeah.
When was the last Phil's opening day win? I think it was two years ago when we beat the Braves.
You just get here.
Did you guys answer that? I apologize.
Yeah.
You just get here.
Sorry.
Did you
Did we
just
find
get
out?
here?
Did we find out if they won last year?
Hello.
Listen, it's getting late. Okay.
I know.
No, it's
Sorry.
not getting late. The Lakers are trying to make a comeback, and you're getting antsy.
It's not going to happen.
Game.
All right.
I'm watching the game too. Stop.
Oh,
What's
shit.
what?
Good shit.
Good shit, boys and ladies.
Have I got anything else before we roll the hell out of here?
Nope.
Go.
Just hopefully
There.
the Phillies come to play tomorrow. and
Someone put it on there. Does Harper homer tomorrow?
I'm going to say no.
Yes. Yes.
I say Realmuto will.
Nice. Good pick. Good pick.
Give me
Thanks.
Brycey. Give me Brycey Poo.
He's getting
I'm gonna
paid
go.
for it,
I'm gonna
Ralphie.
go. I'm gonna go Didi with a solo shot. Didi with a solo shot.
Ralphie.
Yeah. Can we not? Yeah. Let's not do this right now. All right.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers, Drummond.
Hey, nothing better than opening day for baseball.
Yep.
Rest up.
Games popping up. I think we got games
Start at 1.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Yep.
1 o'clock. Blue Jays, Yankees. Your first pitch. Oh,
Andrew, that.
Walk-off dinger.
What happened to JT?
I'm done.
Man. Yeah, JT better be looking over his shoulder after that one, huh?
Toronto could be a sneaky team this year. Toronto could be a sneaky team if they can pitch.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
You gotta
agree with
stay
that,
healthy.
Greg.
You gotta stay healthy.
of course, the back.
Brad Jr. over there in Toronto, or should I say Tampa? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Over there in Tampa this year.
They're not playing in Buffalo?
Are they down? Are they still down in Florida? Or are they
Well,
up in
that's
Buffalo?
That's where the Raptors are. I don't know. I don't know if they're back in Buffalo at their minor league stadium or
Buffalo. What's the temperature like in Buffalo these days? 22 degrees right now?
I don't know. What's it like, Ryan?
Come on, Ryan.
Sorry, I don't have that on my diagram.
The weather like?
I wasn't prepared. Let me see the.
That's
Buffalo.
okay.
Buffalo. Come on, Siri.
Buffalo.
39 degrees right now, and it's snowing.
Oh,
Yeah,
balmy.
there you go. Great baseball weather.
Wow.
High of 33 tomorrow with a little sprinkle in the afternoon of some flurries.
Oh, balmy.
And back to
Yeah,
Tom
you
at the
got
news
that
desk.
quick.
And that's what we call hitting weather.
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ, you're gonna need fucking 2 sets of batting gloves for that one.
That ball is going nowhere. Oh.
Oh my God. Okay.
Tom found something else on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
Stop scrolling, dude.
Look who's talking.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Shade.
This guy writes, happy birthday to Eagles offensive tackle Jordan Mailata with a little throwback to one of my favorite blocks of the 2020 season. We blocked anybody in 2020? I didn't know we did. That's my add-on. Crazy to think he only turns 24 today. I gotta go.
Oh, I saw that tweet.
This
Throwback to a block.
Throwback to a block.
Is that true though?
It's crazy. He only turns 20.
It's not even Throwback Thursday yet, though.
I saw
Or
that.
maybe
same
it's
tweet.
way back Wednesday.
I saw that exact same tweet, Tom. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Gotta love way back Wednesdays.
There's only 24 guys. A lot of upside. All right. Everybody, thank you for joining us on HUD Wednesday nights.
Yep.
For Tom, Ryan, Ralph, Greg, Tori, Noah, Frank, and all you guys that freaking blew the comments up. We love yous. Turn your damn alerts on. Hit that like. Hit that fucking subscribe. And enjoy opening day tomorrow. Go Phils. Let's ring that goddamn bell all day. We out.
Elijah Moore.
I will get arrested.